Twitch. Yeah, I
All
know it
right.
is insane. He showed me.
What is good, guys? Welcome to the Trade Vets. If you're watching this video, I am C130. We have Bitcoin Brad and 3am Trader in the Discord with us. We are the Trade Vets.
What's
What's up,
up?
guys?
Hell yeah. So we're
Morning.
chilling. We're chilling, guys. So today we're going to be going over TPO. We have a lot of people coming into the YouTube trying to figure out what TPO is. We understand that a lot of you guys are new, and we have been tailoring towards our audience has been here for a minute, and we are growing. So we understand that there are new people and that we need to pretty much go over what TPO is again, just so they're caught up and they know what it is. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pass that on to Bitcoin Brad, and he's going to explain to you guys the ins and outs of TPO and why it is a underutilized method by retail traders in the cryptocurrency / Bitcoin space. And you guys will get to see the ins and outs as to how it operates and why it could be so very beneficial, even for a beginner, to understand this as their base method of trading. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it on to Bitcoin Brad, and he will explain to you guys everything related to TPO and how to utilize it. It's all you, Brad.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Just shout some people out. Burnett, Clockwatcher, Aaron, Odin, Long and Short, Eduardo, Chappies, Chum, Olo, Munners, Otto, Alex, Medea, Terry, Burnett with the 199. Thank you. A little something for the good guys. I like it. Chris B, Ian, F2 Robo. All right, so what I wanted to go over this morning is the basics, right? Just basic TPO. So last night before I went to bed, I posted a couple of plays in the Discord for things for you guys to watch, right? Things to watch so we can, set up the plays from overnight. And what I'm using while I'm doing that is just basic TPO. And with that is just, market structure and price action, right? And so if we go back, right, we'll look. I sent out the play around this time right here, around I think it was around like 9:30. And I was, looking for a break of a couple of levels, but I was basing it solely on the price action. And based off of like the range that we were in, if you look at this range here, this is what I was basing it off of. We were trading up and down inside this range, and I was just waiting for us to break out. So I gave two plays. Actually, I gave three plays. One to the upside, which was a lot more risky play, and then two to the downside. One was a little bit of higher risk if you felt like getting after it, and then the other one was, a little bit lower risk that should have had some nice follow through. So, um, just to go over some basics of the TPO today, right? And just basics of market structure in general. And let's zoom in so we can really narrow this down. Let me clear this out. We'll just go to the current bar. So we see that the we have these bars right here. So it's good to know the open of the bar, right? So the open of a red bar is on the top, the close of a red bar is on the bottom, and it's the opposite of the green bar. Green bar is open on the bottom and close on the top, right? These wicks are basically, so it opened here, it wicked down, came back past its open. So this is letting you know that at one point this bar was red, right? And this is letting you know that it came all the way up here. So it was this big bar and then it came back down, right? And so the basic things that we're looking for, and we kind of talked about this today in the TPO room, is someone was asking what was going on because the bars were just kind of this L traded basically inside the K bar, almost identical. And I said, I wouldn't do anything unless you're in a trade already. I would just wait for somebody to win because basically you're having a battle at this point. And that's one thing that market structure is leading you to. Whereas with this with an indicator, right? This indicator was probably way down here and maybe started to pop up like right below this L bar. Maybe. I'm not sure. I'm not looking at any indicators, but that would make sense. So some people, they might be buying if they see a green bar, right? Probably this looks like this, right? I mean, we can even take a peek and see what it looks like. Let's see. Clear. What's what's one that we like? The stochastic RSI.
Yeah, stochastics, RSI. I mean,
Okay.
anything. Yeah, just an example of an indicator, I guess.
Yeah, so you see it's still kind of here. Even during this 30-minute bar, it's still, below the line. I don't know when you guys like to buy on the stochastics, if it's like a crossover or what it is, but because it crosses over here as well. So if you were to buy here, then you would have got smacked down right there. Um, so it just depends. It's kind of just misleading. But when you're looking, at the structure itself, to be patient, right? This L bar traded inside the K bar, so to just be patient and let the battle happen, right? You don't need to be in the battle. You can just wait for somebody to, get wounded and then go in for the kill, right? And so here we saw M break, right? And one of our traders, I think it was uh I want to get his name right. Let's see. His name was. He's always posting the sniper shit. Crypto Chameleon had a conditional order for right here at the top of L. I think he got it at 39.2. And he was targeting these single prints up here, right? So he got paid because he had a conditional order waiting to get on the break, right? So instead of going in here and taking this risk to shoot up, he waited and then caught this here, and basically he's like a little witch, right? Got on his broom, right? And rode this thing up. Right? Got paid once he saw that we didn't fill these singles, and then came back down. And so this is a key thing too with TPO and market structure is we know that we have these single prints up here. And what single prints are, for those of you guys that are new, are basically a liquidation move to either side. In this case, it was to the downside. So there's very low volume, because what's happening is you have all these buyers from previous market structure in the past, and this is where, well, this right here was where their last this right here was where their last line of defense was at, right? And they pulled all their bids and, came down here. And so sellers were able to push the price all the way down. And this is the break that we caught, right? This is the break that we caught on the way down. And, we, that's what you're looking for. And then, so as these single prints, this purple box is still showing singles. As this bar comes up, it doesn't fill singles. That lets you know that the buying is shutting off, right? And so that lets you know, if you got in down here, that it's time to take some profit. And then also pay attention, because if this next bar opens up and doesn't try to attack these singles, then you need to protect your gains, right? Don't let this winner that you have, you're talking about basically 500 points almost, or 400, about 300 points actually, 300 points turn into a loser because you're trying to capture, 1,000 point winner. Some other basics about the TPO that aren't really shown on here, but that are important, are, the VWAP, depending upon where the price structure is at. So here's our VWAP up here. Depending upon where the price structure is at, that lets you know the scorecard, if buyers are in charge or sellers are in charge, right? And if sellers are in charge, you just need to be cognizant of taking a long position underneath of this VWAP, right? If you see some buyers or some nice liquidity hidden to, run these stops, then, that's a great fade trade, right? Because we are in a downtrend. So it's a nice fade trade, but on a fade trade, you're not looking to capture 1,000 points. You're looking to capture, 100, 200, 300 points on a nice fade trade. So if you took this trade, congratulations, that was a nice fade trade. And then you have to understand that, that's where it's at. If we get above the VWAP, then that's where you'll see a lot more big money come in, because they know that other big money will come in because we're above the VWAP.
So, Bitcoin Brad, do you mind if I ask you a question?
Sure.
For all the viewers watching, So let's say somebody has this question, right? So let's say somebody's watching the video and they have this in their mind. Why would you personally, with the experience you have, why would you use TPO as opposed to any other means?
I mean, so it just lets you see everything a lot more clear. I know it can look confusing at first, especially to a newer trader who's used to the candlesticks, who's used to moving averages and oscillators and all this other uh shit. Basically,
Pretty much.
excuse my French.
This
Uh,
style of trading, guys, is like the CAT scan at the airport. Once you guys see everything, it's not the X-ray machine where it's just like, some candlesticks and whatever, but this thing is like the CAT scan. You get to see everything inside, see if there's any bombs in the airport, whatever, it's a bad word to say in the airport, but this is like that CAT scan. You guys get to see everything.
right, and then I mean, also this gives you the ability, like, if you look, I mean, if you're in the Discord and you look at the Discord, the play, if you look under the admin trade alerts, I posted this at 9:54 p.m. Pacific time last night. It says trade B short high risk break of 39,866. So 39,866 right here. So the break of 39,866 take profit was 39,590, 39,450, right? So 39,590 is here, 39,450 is here, right? And I posted this, you know, 8 hours before it happened, and it's just based off of pure market structure, right? I set an alert on my phone, and the when price got back down to this underneath the 40K level, it woke me up. It was about 3 a.m. in the morning, so I'm just kind of staring at my phone, thinking, "All right, let's see what's going on here." And then, um, I saw price actually moving, so I was like, "Oh shit, better hop out of bed, jump on the computer a little bit early today, and pop in this trade." Right, and then the second trade was the break of 39,590, which is here, right around here. 39,600 is right here with a take profit of 39,424 and 39,255, right? And we got all the way down to 38,835. So we had a really good move, and these are just based purely off market structure, right? I'm not basing it off of anything else. I'm just basing it off of the market structure and using the TPO as a way to understand where all the liquidity is, right? And so one thing that can help you is if I pull out my stop machine. So there's stops right here, right? Stops right here. This is why I liked the break of this, because stops underneath here. There's stops, over here as well. Um, this is where people are getting liquidated. And so not only does that give us the fuel to get through certain areas, but it also, adds on for a longer move, right? So it gives us the what we need to be able to make some of these big moves. Whereas, this move here, we only had some stops right here, so that's why the move is not so great. If the move gets, back up here, there's stops here, there's stops here. So if price is able to come back up here, then we have a good chance to, kind of run up. I don't know what's going on with my pen tool. It's like having a mind of its own this morning.
Spazzy.
Yeah.
Um,
Um,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
and so that's the key, is that being able to do that. And then also, the big thing is psychology. It's the TPO is letting you know that we are, or it's actually like helping you with your psychology when it comes to being patient, because as long as we're in this box, you shouldn't be trading, right? Yeah, you could try to buy every bottom and sell every top, right? But how often, especially with crypto, right? Which is why we're trying to, maybe grab some of you guys that are getting murdered with smaller accounts, right? If you've got a larger account, couple fees, no big deal,
Oh,
right?
Big Blaze, man. Thank you and morning,
But if
sir.
you've got oh, thank you, Big Blaze. Really
Appreciate it.
appreciate it, bro.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you for the $15, man. Thank you.
You're the man. Good morning, fam. So if if you are trying to capture every bottom and every top and you have a smaller account, then it's gonna be tough. Uh Somebody's name is Ninja Trader. I like it.
Yeah.
That's dope. Uh So your fees are just going to eat you up, right? Especially in this range. This range was about, 200, well, about, let's see, what's that? About 500 points, so unless you're nailing the bottoms and nailing the tops, you're probably capturing around 250 points. And from everyone that I've talked to about having a smaller account, that, the fees are just really gonna wreck that, right? And unless you're running super high leverage, and if you don't have a large account, you can't really run super high leverage without risking that stop, right? So this is helping you with your psychology, like I'm saying, because it enables you to stay patient because you know better. Because on an oscillator, right, during this, you're getting this buy signal, right? Sell signal. So here's your sell signal. Here's your buy signal. Here's your buy signal. Here's your sell signal. Here's your buy signal. Here's your sell signal, right? And then you have another buy signal here, small one. You have a sell signal here and price moves up, and then you have another buy signal and then price moves down. And then if you look at an oscillator, I know the sell signal comes during this bar. So you're talking about missing the move, getting in here, or getting it, if you just force it in here, you might be able to capture a little bit of it. But we started the move, up here, right? And even if you got in a little bit late, you started the move here and still were able to capture, over 500 points, and you're able to stay patient this whole time, right? Why would you walk up a mountain and then down and then back up a mountain and then down and then back up a mountain when you can just, get on the TPO train and slide down this slide to victory, right? Because down here
I
is
like that.
nice little pot of gold, right? So all my Irish people at, you guys know about pots of gold, right? I can
Hell,
make that joke because my wife's 100% Irish. So boom.
guys,
Um,
if you guys are watching this and you're enjoying the content and you're loving it, please hit up the like button. We get nothing from you guys hitting the like button. We're just able to crush the algorithm together, and we're able to pop up on other people's feeds, and we can welcome more people to our family. Please check out the Discord. I will show that in a second, but we'll let Bitcoin Brad continue on with the explanation.
And so, it's just keeping us out of this junk, basically. Look at this. This price action was just trash. And then yesterday we caught this nice trade to the upside, in the trade room. And then also, if we want to go over yesterday, we actually caught both trades. So I posted a trade, the long of the 4455 and the short of the 39720. So we actually were able to catch both sides of this trade. The short trade, the long trade came first. We were able to capture both profit targets. The short trade came a little bit later. Um, I'm not sure. It barely missed our second take profit by about 50 points right here. But I'm sure, everyone's managing risk and trading like a professional. So, whoa, Huff with the 2500. What's that? What's HUF?
HUF.
Holy shit.
Is
Doink, what's
Doinked.
HUF?
Oh, I think it's Hungarian. Hungarian.
Hungarian. Okay, nice, nice.
Thanks, man.
Thank
Thank
you,
you so
man.
much. We appreciate that.
Appreciate it so much.
Hell yeah. It all goes back to the Citadel, man. Thank you.
The crypto chemist says I like the climb.
Quick
That's because you got
question.
unlimited amount of red pills, crypto chemist.
Yeah, right.
So
He's the one who makes it, man. I'm not interrupting you. I might, Brad. I just want to ask you a quick
go
question.
ahead. Go ahead.
So another quick question, right? So who utilizes TPO? Like, why would this method be? Who utilizes it the most, and why would it be beneficial for us to utilize it and be on board with them as well?
So TPO is used by every professional trade desk, right? If you walk into a professional trade desk, whether it be in New York or Chicago, right? Or London or Sydney or Beijing or Tokyo or Seoul, right? Anywhere where there's going to be a big exchange, they're going to be using the TPO, the time price opportunity chart, right? The 30-minute bar chart. They're going to be using the VWAP. These are things that professional traders are using in order so they can see the market and they can understand where the retail traders are hiding their stops and where size players like wholesale are getting into the market.
Okay, and so as far as TPO, right? So they, you got the professional players in utilizing this to see, because it's their job. They do it from 9 to 5. They identify the market. It's their job. So why use TPO over an indicator? Wouldn't professionals also use indicators to get market conditions and to see where to put their trades in?
In my opinion and experience, no. Right, the most professional traders, they're not using any indicators because indicators are lagging to price. All indicators are lagging to price. The only indicator that I've ever seen that isn't technically lagging to price is harmonic patterns, right? And that is just a prediction, right? The same thing with a Fibonacci, right? A Fibonacci is just a prediction. And you've got all these people that draw all this shit all over their screen. I've seen people with like Fibonacci on Fibonacci on Fibonacci, and it's like, oh, look, it bounced off the golden zone. Well, it's like, well, holy shit, your whole page is a golden zone, bro. You know?
Exactly.
Uh, so of course it's going to bounce off one of them, and then you're just gonna, you're gonna clip it and put it like that, right? And this is something that we're not doing in here. We're not doing this at the Trade Vets. You know, I posted the trade 8 hours before it happened, based off of pure TPO, not based off of bullshit indicators or Fibonacci's or we like moon cycles in here, like none of that stuff, just pure market structure, pure TPO, pure market analytics, technical analysis, as some of you guys like to say. Technical analysis is not just, um, not just moving averages and crossovers and all that shit. When you're technically analyzing the market, you're understanding where big players are getting in and where retail traders are getting in and where the market makers are building their position and where they're going to take the market, right? And so
Okay.
you always prepare, for both sides.
So when you were saying earlier, you were saying the reason they utilize TPO is because there are professional players in the space, and they don't really use indicators. So because indicators are lagging, and they want the current market conditions. So to ask you another question, do you believe that Bitcoin, as the years have continued, it has been trading differently? Do you think that now that the institutions are in the space, the indicators work less and TPO works more?
I think TPO's always worked, right? It was originally created by James Dalton. I could look up the year for you. I'm not sure what year it was. But it's always worked. It's always worked since then. It's never stopped working. Like I said, when I first came over to trading crypto, I felt like I was Billy Madison playing dodgeball against the first graders, right? Just wrecking
Yeah.
everybody because you had so many inexperienced traders getting into the crypto market. One, because there's no, I know a lot of Americans get into the crypto market because there's no pattern day trade rule, right? So you don't have to worry about being able to trade multiple times. Two, it's something new. Everyone's into what's new, right? Three, it's kind of like an unexplored area, and where we're seeing these exponentially excessive gains, right? I mean, just look at Dogecoin and all of the gains people made off it, including myself. I'm not opposed to making some gains, even if something is completely worthless. uh you know Riding the wave, just you have to be in at the right time and out at the right time. You can't just hold forever and try to buy every dip expecting everything to recover, right? Especially when you have a smaller account. I know a lot of people got in Bitcoin around that 40K level. A lot of retail traders decided to buy Bitcoin around that 40K level and got stopped out on that pullback, right? Or liquidated, as you guys call it. Um, so
Exactly.
it's just something that you've definitely got to either get on board with, or just if you can't figure this out, which it seems complicated, it's really not. But if you can't figure it out and you only want to trade momentum, then you need to trade something that has momentum. So, oh, Progressive Martian, thank you for the donation,
Yes,
bro.
we got Progressive Martian, and we also got Doinks, man.
Doinked,
Thank you
yeah,
guys.
Doink, thank you, man,
Appreciate
so much.
appreciate that. So if you guys, want further proof, just go ahead over to the Instagram. Posted you guys the P&L, actually not the P&L. We actually posted P&L and we posted trade performance and we posted our brokerage statement, right? So brokerage statement, guys, is something you guys get after every single day of trading. Doesn't matter if you actively traded or if you had a position open the account, like you hold stocks, you get a brokerage statement every single day. All right. So if you guys are out there and you guys are taking advice from people that are showing these like flashy gains of, $1 million and, $20,000 here and there, ask them for a brokerage statement, okay? If they're going to show you their live trades online, they should have no problem showing a brokerage statement. They can cover their personal information. They can cover their account number. They're going to slap that baby right there on YouTube for you guys to watch, okay? But
You
chances are they're
posted James
not,
Dalton.
because they're
Nice.
just over there to get you guys to get the views and get you over to their affiliate links to buy, okay? So question everything, you guys. Question everything. Question us. We'll be happy to provide you guys answers. And we know what we're talking about, and I hope it comes across that we know what we're talking about, but we have a little bit extra proof just to show you we know exactly what we're talking about, okay? So every day is a pretty good day for us. It's not we don't lose or anything like that. Just got done trading for the day, 89% win rate today, $1,700 for the day. It was an easy, quick day. I might trade a little bit more, but I don't want to give back any gains. Okay, we got Fed meeting coming out later, so just got to watch out, for the news events, stuff like that, because it can drive the market up or down. And like I said, now that big money's into crypto, you guys have to watch regular markets too, because it's going to affect the crypto stuff. Okay.
And to add off of that, as far as utilizing TPO and these players and institutions utilizing TPO, where could people go to have access to these charts?
So this chart right here is from let me switch back to Exo charts. The TPO is on Exo charts, right? We are trying to figure out if we can get a legit TPO on TradingView. If not, you guys can come over to as 3 a.m. calls it, the dark side, and start branching out a little bit, and go to NinjaTrader, right?
Yeah, so I left you guys an example last night of how easy, like not easy trading is, but how relaxed I am with TPO, right? I put in a trade before I left. One of the orders got hit, left the other one, and then I went out to eat. Texted Brad and I was like, "Hey man, just left these trades in," and then I went home and the trades are done. Like normally I wouldn't trade that way, guys. I was trading on the 1 minute chart, the 5 minute chart, all this other kind of stuff before, right? It's stressful. TPO is very, very stress free for me because you have time to think. You're not trying to be in a thing every 5 minutes, every 1 minute, every 13 seconds, whatever time frame you guys are looking at before. And it works on all charts. Yes, Jeep symbol over there. Sorry, OLLO. Yes, TPO works on everything. Works on Forex, works on stocks, works on options. Gives you that better entry. Okay, it lets you guys see the internals of the market. Lets you guys see, like I said, it's getting that CAT scan view versus just the X-ray. X-ray, you might see something from the outside here and there. Let's get that like real internal look, you guys.
Exactly, and TPO is a very effective method because it teaches you how to actually trade the market structure. Like Bitcoin Brad was saying, you can trade the market structure, and it doesn't matter what you're trading. You can go in there, understand how it's playing out, how both sides, both bearish and bullish, will affect the structure of that market, and what may or may not happen. And you're not looking at indicators; you're looking at legitimate price action and price structure. So one more thing, since we have 103 viewers on here, I want to thank all you guys if you're watching this, and I hope you're having a great day. Okay. This is not an outro, if anybody's wondering. I just was gonna, ask you guys if you guys could please hit the like button. It helps our YouTube channel with the algorithm, and we are very transparent with you guys. We're not gonna say, hey, smash up the likes, this and that, all right? We're doing it because we want to give you guys value, and hopefully you found value in what we're giving you, and hopefully you guys can hit that like button and smash the video up into the rankings and destroy the algorithm, so that way this can reach other people. We want to grow, and we want to provide quality for you guys. We want to be here for you guys, and we want to make sure that we're doing a good job. And if you didn't like the video, right, this is something nobody will tell you. If you didn't like the video, right, go ahead and hit that dislike button. Hit it hard, okay? But we do ask for one thing. Please let us know where we went wrong or what we can do to better portray our content towards you or to fit your needs, because we would love to improve what we're doing. We're not here to sell you anything or give you anything that isn't going to be of value. So if you guys can please smash the like button so we can destroy the algorithm. And also, once the video ends, go down below and ask questions. Okay, we're gonna be more active on the comments. The comments are really good for the algorithm, and we want to populate. So instead of on the Discord, right, you just go into the YouTube and ask it there, and we'll see it. We'll answer your questions. And again, right, we don't want you to put in anything we wouldn't answer. So just put in there some legitimate questions. We'll go in the comments. We'll answer them legitimately back. Okay. It helps you with your question, and it helps our video with the algorithm. It's very mutual. Also, if you do not know where the Discord is and you are new here, I'm gonna go ahead and shoot the link down below on the chat. So go ahead and check that out, right? Those are the Discord links. Join that. The community's great there. People are awesome and they care about each other. And when I mean that, you'll notice it when you join and everybody welcomes you, okay? It's a very welcoming place. It's a safe haven and a refuge for traders of all walks, all backgrounds, and all sorts of places that can come together and finally understand the market as a collective, where we use TPO to see what truly happens behind the price action of what you're trading, regardless if it's Bitcoin or traditional stocks. It does not matter. And the last thing I'm going to add for, because I'm doing a little bit of a community announcement, is we have an Instagram page. I'm going to link that as well. And go on there, guys, and check it out. If you go to the Instagram page and you follow the Instagram before it hits 1K, we will give you guys an identifier, a role, right? It will be Instagram first 1K, and you will get a discount on the upcoming TPO Bootcamp, where you can take off $50 off the price, and you get to go first. Okay, you're on the list. So, Graham McKenzie, keep it up. Stress-free
Thank you, sir.
advice. Thank you, man.
Thank you so much.
So
Yeah, thank you. And then one more thing. So if you guys are on
Go
your
ahead, yeah.
phone, and you have the chat open, just X out the chat, click the like button, and then click that live chat button, and the chat will pop back up, right? So if you guys are on your cell phone and you're nervous about losing the chat, right? Just click the X, click that like button, and then click that live chat again, and you get us. Our whole goal here, like C130 is saying, is that we're just trying to reach other people like yourselves and like us that are having a tough time in the market trading. And the more people that we can reach by destroying the YouTube algorithm, that is going to get us on more people's pages, and the more people that we can ultimately help as we go forward. So thank you.
Yes, exactly. And guys, right, the more you guys like the video, the more it's going to spread out. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, right, you guys have been great. These videos have been spreading like wildfire. And it's not because of what we put on the video. It's how you guys are receiving the value that's in the video. And if you guys received good value and you hit the likes, it does a lot more. Like, guys, literally yesterday when we had the Bitcoin Brad Beats Market Cypher video, we have 3.5K views on that video because you guys were amazing and you guys hit the like button and you guys allowed that video to grow, right? And it's very mutual, and we love that, and we want to reward you guys with that, so we give you guys as much value and knowledge as possible.
So real quick, guys, I got a couple comments I want to read. It says, Andy says, this has completely changed my view of trading, bought all the indicators, and don't use any of them now. We're so happy to hear that, man. Like I said, you can use the indicator, time and place for everything, right? But you don't need to. And so that right there, I'm glad you're catching on. Otto says, Brad, 3M, I've noticed I do not analyze correctly where the market can go, but I'm having a hard time actually placing the order. Having it ready to get into the trade, what do you recommend? So for my take real quick, Otto, I used, TPO to identify market structure, right? So yesterday, if you guys go through the Instagram story, I was selling kind of the top of the bar, and they're all inside bars, guys. We're just ranging last night. So you just have to identify the market condition and place a trade. You really have a 50-50 chance of the trade, right? I mean, there's a buy and a sell button. Can't press anything else, but where you can put those entries in can change the outcome of your trades, right? So using TPO, we identify the structure, we identify our best, places to place a trade, and our best places to take profits. You're right. It's not just where you're gonna get in at; it's where you're gonna get out at.
And that's both sides of the picture right there. Sorry, go ahead, Beckham, Brad. Sorry.
No, exactly, yeah. And so like if you're, just stay patient, right? Like 3 a.m. tells you guys all the time, don't worry about trading. I only took two trades today. I took the Bitcoin trade, and then I took one trade on the ES because I was trying to get situated for the stream. That's why we were a little bit late. That was my bad. And I'm completely content with that. I probably won't I probably won't make any more trades today. I'm not worried about it. And if you're noticing like how the market structure is going and how it's trading, then just pay attention to that. And if you're getting the hang of it, eventually it's just going to come with time, right? You'll start getting that. You'll start getting those entries. You'll start nailing that down as time goes on.
And guys, again, right? You guys have been great. You guys have been awesome, and we really do appreciate you guys. It really cannot be stressed out enough that our community is growing and learning together,
Hey, Braden.
and we're
You
killing
want
it.
to check out the market real quick for Strange Magic? He says, what do you think about a play from value area low right now? Seeing a lot of negative delta, but some buys just below the value area low. And Paul Nelson says 100x short on the TV MCA subscriptions. Hey man, you said it, man, not me. Welcome, welcome.
And yeah, somebody asked, is market profile and the TPO the same thing? So market profile and TPO are the same thing, time price opportunity chart. But at Crypto Champ, if you're in TradingView and you type in market profile, it won't look like this.
Yeah, so market profile guy is just the overview, right? TPO is how much time was spent at each bar, right? So it's similar, but they're not the same.
Um, so with you're talking about value area low to value area high here. So I mean, for me, because we didn't fill these singles, I don't really like a long from down here. I'd like us to get above the VWAP before I'd look for the long. I still think, that if we can get, down below this L low, that there's a lot of gas down here, guys. If we zoom out a little bit, because I was really trying to get to 800 and we just barely missed it. But if we look back, we've got all these stops just over here, and then we have these single prints still to fill from 38 650 down to 37 785, so that's kind of what I've been waiting for, is waiting for, the short to keep going.
You have Progressive Martian asking, what is negative delta?
So negative delta is just trades that are executed on the bid. So basically, if we look at, let me turn it back on. If we turn this back on, right? And so if we zoom in here, you see that some of these are, I'll get this stupid box off. All right. So some of these are positive and some of these are negative, right? And so the positive delta is delta that's traded on the ask, and basically a trade that's traded on the ask. And negative numbers are traded on the bid. So showing the difference between buying and selling aggressively. If you want to be aggressive, you buy the market on the ask, and if you want to be aggressive seller, you sell the market on the bid, right? The thing is, this can be a little bit confusing, especially in crypto, because there's so many different exchanges that we're only getting the Binance futures. I use the Binance futures because it's the largest one, so it's going to give you the best information in my opinion. And so you have to be kind of careful with this, but it's basically just showing where it's traded. But a lot of times, like I always say, you have to look out for people trading on the opposite side, right? So you see a lot of buyers trade on the bid to disguise their position, right? So we're seeing this huge, or this not huge, but this positive delta right here, 3.5 million, and it's continuing. Well, it's right there. It keeps going up, and you're just looking to see how price is acting at it, right? So if it goes up and price doesn't move up, well, it's kind of maybe not something really too much to pay attention to. This looks like a pretty fair auction down here to me, right? We've got a buyer sitting here. We had some people sell here, sell below, and sell above. You had some people buy at the point of control. That's probably what caused this little push up. It looks like you have some trapped buyers up here, right? There's really no selling at the top of this B bar, all buying. And so, they're going to want to try to hold this position up. Looks like we ran the stops of this A period, haven't ran the stops below the A period, so you kind of just wait and see, right? There's that big buyer, and so now that we see it pops to 4 million and price moves up, so this tells you that this position here is, that's probably a real buyer. So that's something to watch, and that if this 4 million on the ask gets down here, that he's going to release that position and try to buy somewhere lower, right? He's going to cut his losses and try to buy it lower. And a lot of times what they do, guys, right? Don't think that, these size players are trying to capture these 1,000-point swings, 2,000-point swings. This guy right here, he's happy selling right here. He's happy selling it right over the point of control. So he's happy with 100 points, right? Because he's taking such huge size. So price moves up 100 points and he sells it, right? And he's completely fine with that. So, you gotta think about it like that. That's how these size players are trading.
And then Progressive Martian also asks, what are singles?
Single prints are a liquid. What the fuck happened there? Single prints are a liquidation. So like this right here is single prints, and it's basically just a liquidation period. So if we zoom out, right, we have all these stops building underneath of all this areas, right? So there's stops here, stops here, stops here, stops here. And what happens is, and these are buy stops, right? So people are buying, and this is where they're closing their position. And so what happens is they give up, right? They stop buying and they say, okay, you know what? You guys can have it. We'll buy it lower. And so sellers push price down, and what causes a liquidation of all of these stops from all the people that have bought up in this area. And this causes these single prints. So it's a liquidation period with low volume, right? As you can see, this kind of low volume right here. This is delta, but also low volume right here that shows why it happened basically. And then as M came back up and it couldn't fill these singles, that lets you know that the buying is not really strong, and this was just a nice little fade trade. That's why I'm still on the downside, at least as far as like my outlook for right now. Until we fill these singles, I wouldn't even consider a long trade.
Alex says the size players don't have to pay the 0.1% fees that we have, right? I'm not sure, man. It all depends on your brokerage and your exchange. They're the ones that set the fees and the commissions, you guys. So, some people they get a better deal because they do more volume. It's like you go to Costco, you have a membership, and you pay less price because Costco buys a huge, huge volume, and you go in there and you buy something that's basically packaged in bulk, So, um, Alex, it all depends on who their brokerage is and who their lender is, and so yeah, and I don't know.
Hey, I got to check my son's blood sugar real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
No problem. So Eric says, I was confused on singles too. If you see a collapse, if you collapse the TPO chart, it is any price level that only has a single letter. No. So they're usually identified for you. In NinjaTrader, there are boxes around my letters. In Exo charts, they're highlighted for you. Depends on what color you want to make the highlight. So it kind of does it for you. The most valuable single prints are going to be single prints that are on the tops and bottoms of profiles. So if the single prints are in the middle of a profile, they're not generally as well taken as the tops and bottoms, just because you can have equal distribution within a profile. So the single prints that you want to look out for the most are the ones that are on the bottoms and tops of profiles. Also, too, normally once you pass the lower bar of another bar or the higher bar of the other bar and make higher highs, that's when you're starting to run those stops as well. So when you have making higher highs or higher or lower lows, and you're also hitting those single prints too, it's kind of like a double whammy. You're just getting, you're getting extra gas when you get into those areas. So with exo charts, can we see where? No. So it's not that you know where so there's no guarantee there's a stop loss parked there, right? But a smart person will use a stop loss, right? And if people are swing traders and things like that, even bar to bar traders, they'll put their stop loss at the previous high or the previous low of a bar, right? Because they know once that breaks above there, that thing can just kind of run up. So it's not that you know where single prints or where stop losses are. And also, guys, too, throw out the conception, or throw out the misnomer that market makers know where stop loss. They don't know where your stop loss is at. Okay, they can't see your orders in there. They just know there is an order at the price. They don't know what it is though. Okay, so when you guys get your stop losses taken out, they're just running everyone's stops because they know for a good shot there's something up there, right? And so, but stop losses protect your guys' account. Okay, minimize the loss. Captures gains. However you want to look at it, depends on where you're at in the trade. So don't be afraid to use a stop loss, you guys. And yeah, let me see what else we got in here. Don't forget, guys, TPO Bootcamp starts July 5th. We have signups pretty soon. Signups will happen after this weekend, after we figure out how many people can get into the classes. Okay, we're gonna try and get the website, up by then. If not, then we will have, some kind of Google Sheets, or we'll just approach you guys by like 50 people at a time or something like that. We're trying to find a way to get the first, 1,000 in order. I'm not sure if that's possible, but we're gonna try our best to, because I know we got some day ones in here that deserve the chance to go first. They've been kind of burned by other indicators and whatnot, so we want to make sure you guys can get your recoup some of those losses if you can, using something better. ST is a selling tail and BT is a buying. Oh, okay, thank you for those definitions. I didn't know ST was either. Let's see here. Also, tip green triangle. Tip a green triangle versus. Andy, sorry, I'm not looking at the exo charts right now. Let's see. Brad can talk about that when he comes back. Yeah, we're all, you guys are all on a learning curve, and it's okay. We are still learning things too as well. TPO, something is just, it works well and it's clicked, So if you guys can see the matrix over here, as some people like to call it, that's awesome. You guys are doing a great job. Let's see here. And thank you guys for, joining us. We appreciate it. And if you guys are watching on Twitch, we see you guys in the comments. I'm just not able to log in right now. So we see you guys in here, and thank you guys for joining us. Also, if you guys aren't on Twitch right now either, guess what, guys? The lag is so much better on Twitch, okay? So if you guys have a Twitch account, which all you need is, I think, is an Amazon account these days because they're owned by Amazon. All you have to do is just log in there. You guys will get the stream in quicker time than YouTube, and then you can always stay on the YouTube chat if you guys want, just because that's the most popular right now. What else we got here in questions? Can you levels on EXO? Oh no, you can't, Jake. Unfortunately, they're still kind of a new website, a new platform, and so they don't have all the stuff ironed out. They do have great tools in there, so you can mark levels, I guess, on your trading view if you have two charts side by side. Just use a 30-minute chart on your trading view, then have your EXO charts on the other side. That's the one bad thing about EXO charts. They're a brand new thing, but they have what you want. Hey Clay, I was asking about you earlier, man. You told me, streams ago, I was gonna forget about all the little people. Didn't forget about you, man. I was looking for you today. Kyle, what's up, man? So do that for now, Jake. That's the workaround for that. Also, too, if you have like TD Ameritrade on your phone for free, you can use that for levels too and set up alerts on your phone, like Brad and I do. So a lot of workarounds. Unfortunately, like the way that you're guys gonna make it in the market is to adapt and overcome, right? You guys can't stay a one-trick pony. You guys got to learn multiple ways to do things. Okay, so if one thing doesn't work, try to do something else. We're gonna try and make this work out. Can you pay to use crypto? Wait, sorry. Can you use crypto to pay? I'm not sure. Decentralized. I just pay 28 euros a month. I use a credit. I use a credit card. I'm not sure if it's through PayPal or what I use, but I pay 28 euros a month. And then just the disclaimer, guys, we're not endorsed by ExoCharts. We only endorse them because that's the only thing out available for you guys. Otherwise, we'd have to ask you guys to buy like a NinjaTrader, which is like $1,000 upfront plus your data fees monthly, or to go to like another platform like Sierra Charts or Quant Tower or something like that. Okay, there's not a lot out there for TPO because people that are trading aren't attracted to things like TPO, right? Because not flashy like indicators are and all that stuff, right? But it works. And that's the thing is, if you guys know anything about cars or anything like that, do you want like, a Toyota Corolla to get you from point A to point B? Or do you want this Ferrari that, maybe doesn't last more than 10,000 miles and you got to take it to the shop, right? So like the flash is cool, but you guys have to know how to use the flash. And most of the time the flash isn't what it is. So just stick to the basics, you guys. The basics will take you further than anywhere, in any aspect of life. I like to talk about jiu-jitsu a lot. If you guys know your basics, you guys can almost fight off a lot of submissions. You might not get a submission, but you can fight things off. And in this game, we're trying to stay alive, trying to keep those accounts afloat. Okay, so like I said before, if you guys don't know how to trade, stop trading, save your accounts, save your capital for when you guys do learn.
I'm back.
So can you answer? I think it was long. Oh, sorry, no. Whose question was that? It was Andy's question. It says, also tip a green triangle versus a green versus triangle is where the session starts. Example 39,350 where London opens. So I'm not sure if he's trying to tell somebody about that or not in the chat, but just trying to go through all these questions.
Yeah,
Eric,
this green triangle right here on EXO, this is where the session opened, and this is where the session is currently at, this other triangle. And in order to get it, you click on it and click expand cluster, and it'll show up.
So real quick, I just want to say CryptoDig, such an amazing community with intelligence, humble, and resourceful leadership. So blessed be here. Thank you, CryptoDigs. Appreciate that, man. So we will poke some fun at you guys. Not you guys, at the other people in this industry. And the reason we're doing it is to bring awareness to it. Okay, it's a light, humorous way to bring it. But someone has to do it because you guys kind of have this veil placed over your eyes. Someone's just kind of dangling this fake carrot in front of you that you're never gonna get, right? And here you guys just have the carrot. We're giving you guys stuff for free. We're giving you guys great information. Okay, Brad and I, we're not professionals by any means, okay? But we have been doing this for a while and we can trade up there with professionals. We just don't have the capital that the same people that they have, right? So, and we absolutely know professionals as well. These other people out there, they wouldn't know professionals if they walked right into them, okay? So just, you guys need to question everything, all right? So that's my advice to you guys, question everything, okay? Don't take it for face value. Even us, question us.
Yeah, there's no professional that's out there that's sitting in a $300,000 losing trade. Just be honest with you guys. That's just not that's not a thing. None of them are doing that. Hey, we got to 100 likes. Thank you guys.
I
Thank
guess
you.
we're doing the
Hell yeah,
chat. You
you
know,
guys are the
you guys
best.
like that. You guys like that private chat, huh? You have
Nah,
to
for
move to
real.
OnlyFans, you guys,
Yeah,
or
right.
Patreon.
Guys, if you're new, right? If you're new, consider hitting the like button. You know, we give out everything open source, right? We teach what we're teaching. The TPO bootcamp that's coming out is going to be a paid thing, just so we can you know we can keep going and building the community. But if you're new, hit the like. Consider hitting the like. We'll grow, and we're not gonna stop giving out the basics, because the basics is what builds the fundamentals, and the fundamentals is
Thank you,
what
Eric
holds the
Smith.
structure. Oh yeah, Eric Smith. Thank you, man. Yeah.
Oh,
Thank you so
also,
much.
so I want to say Eric Smith. So he said he's trying Quantai right now, guys. So like look at Eric. He's out there. He's trying something new. You guys need to step out of your comfort zone, get away from the indicators for a little bit, and then try something new and give it your 100%. Give it your best. Okay. Perfect practice makes perfect. Good job, Eric. So he's saying it does all the
I'll
TPO
take
stuff.
this one.
Yes, it does. You got Bybit, Binance right from your chart. Awesome. So that's good information. This is a community sharing information. Thank you so much again for your $5 donation. And yes, like he said, he's watching Jim Don videos. He's got a lot of weight. Yes, that's very true. We'll talk about that to Brad. And like I said, guys, seek professionals out there. Don't go out here and look for YouTubers that don't know what they're talking about and can't cite their sources. It's like a black belt in jiu-jitsu. You know where he got his black belt from. It's the lineage, right? So just know where you guys are getting your content from, because they had to get it from somewhere else. Or otherwise, they made it up, right? And there's a lot of shit out there on YouTube, and it's absolute horse shit. Okay.
So I'm gonna.
So,
Oh yeah, go ahead.
let me jump in real quick.
No, you're good.
Eric, thank you for the five first off. Secondly, so when James Dalton or Jim Dalton, so he goes by both, is talking about the first hour, he's talking about the equities futures. He's not really talking about crypto, because in the futures market, it doesn't trade. I mean, it does trade pretty much 23 hours a day, right? But the overnight session is not really actively traded as much as the crypto market is around the world, right? They have their own indexes and their own markets in the other countries. So he's more talking about the US index futures, right? Like the S&P 500, the ES, the Nasdaq, the Dow, um, gold, oil, right? An oil report. Did we miss it? No, it comes out in uh, says 20 minutes. Yeah, 20 minutes. Um, so that's what he's more talking about that. And I have a good buddy that actually runs a trade firm that uses Quant Tower. He just switched over to Quant Tower from Sierra, and he likes it. Um, it's just a matter of getting used to your tools. Quant Tower is basically a tool. It's a trading platform, and it's a tool that you'll use as you go forward. And if you need any help setting up your Quant Tower, send me a DM. I can definitely help you out.
And then we had somebody asking earlier. They said, so I'm gonna kind of combine these together and shoot them to you, Brad. Crypto Champ says, is there any book that can teach TPO? And Nair asks, is TPO better than Market Cipher?
Yeah. TPO. Well, TPO is first of all not an indicator. Market cipher is an indicator, right? Indicators are lagging. Um, so TPO is going to teach you the internals of the market. It's going to teach you the market structure. It's going to teach you where people are building positions, where people are getting out of positions. Whereas, an indicator is just going to tell you, um, to let me see
Green
here.
dot.
Trying to draw a green dot. Yeah, here we go. It's gonna give you these, right? And that's it, right? And if you buy every green dot and sell every red dot, all right, or if you wanted to if you wanted to get the the was it like the yellow X of manipulation or
Oh
whatever
yeah.
it is. um they're everywhere. If you look at that thing, this is what the fucking indicator looks like. So it's just crazy. This is going to give you what's actually happening. You're going to start understanding that we're putting in a structure here, right? We had a structure here. We broke out. Now we're trending here, right? We're getting a little bit of pullback. So we know to stay patient, right? Because if you start seeing this green bar form and you're like, oh, I'm going to buy, right? It goes up a little bit and now it's coming back down. Change this back to red. I fucking hate yellow. And so let's and you see up here it sells, and then now it's back to here. Right, so this is letting you know that we're putting in a structure here, and you need to stay patient. We have these singles up here, we have these M stops here, and then we have all of these stops down here, and then back in the past, like I've alluded to, we have a lot more room to the downside. Um, I wouldn't like to take a long until these singles are filled, because that's letting us know that buyers are serious. Um, but that's one thing. Jake Butcher said, "How are you drawing on your screen?" Magic. I'm just kidding.
That's fine.
Zoom,
I'm on
guys.
Zoom, bro.
He's not that good, you guys. Not that good. He's great, but he's not that good.
One
Yeah, so it's magic. So.
one thing that people ask frequently is ExoCharts free? And the thing is that no, ExoCharts is not free, but we have no affiliate links with them. We are not affiliated with them in any way, shape, or form, guys. We just bought our own ExoCharts and we utilize it to trade, and we like that method, and we show you guys that method. There's obviously more methods included in what we do, but the TPO basics is the most important thing. And like 3AM says, right 3AM, you never really would recommend anything to anybody that you wouldn't use yourself, and we have no affiliate links with them,
100%. Like I said, I wouldn't sell you guys anything I don't use myself. That is 100% true. I would not feel ethical about that at all. And thank you. Yes, we are the only people out there calling out, CF and BS indicators. That is 100% true. Progressive. Maybe more people join one day, and when it's the cool thing to do. So right now, we're the only ones doing it. So it's not cool yet.
Right, and we've been receiving a little bit of pushback, right? Because obviously we're making
hostile things, maybe.
Yeah, we had Floppy Roper yesterday in the chat.
We're making a little bit of waves because we're showing people the light, right? Nair, we don't use Market Cipher. No. C130 used to use it, but he's since taken his red pill and seen the light, right?
I've been enlightened.
He followed me down the rabbit hole, and unlocked his mind. And that's a big thing, right? That people are going to push back about, because one, it's hard to learn something new and to really accept it, because you've been doing one thing for so long, and it's worked because the market's been just going straight up. But now that the market is doing a little bit of these, everyone's like, shit, I've been buying here and then buying here and then buying here, and then I get liquidated. So it's not, I'm not saying that it can't work, but the thing is, it's a lagging indicator, right? As we saw the other day, let's see if we can run these stops. Sorry guys, I'm getting distracted. As we saw the other day, I got into that trade from the bottom, where a certain streamer got in about 1,000 points after me, based off of the indicator that they created. So am I predicting the future? No, but I'm just using basic market structure in order to put myself in a position where I can be successful, right? And that's the ultimate goal for me, is to get all of you guys to be able to do that. And you guys are hitting me up like, "Hey, Bitcoin Brad, check this out. We're about to do this," and then I'm like, "Oh, damn, good call. Let me let me jump on your trade," right? And that's the thing, is like, we're just there we go. There's those stops.
You guys, the secret's kind of out. We're here to use you guys as our own little army, so you guys can watch the charts all day long, make the call outs, and then when you guys get on it, then we can get a piece of your action too. Okay, so we're just here, we're just being greedy. I'm sorry guys, truth is out. Being greedy, we just want to get on your plays, okay? But no, for real though, that's what we're trying to start something here.
Yeah.
We want you guys to learn, right? That's why we're trying to teach you guys. We're not trying to just let you guys buy a play or buy this indicator, right? We want you guys to learn, right? Because if you don't know how to learn how to do something yourself, what good is it, right? If if Brad gets run over by a car the other day, where's our plays at, right? I'm not calling him out.
And you know what? That's what we want to do, guys. Is we want to foster an environment in the Discord where it's literally like a friendly environment, but at the same time, when we want to flip that switch and go into work mode, right? The equivalence of joining the Discord and our trade room is going to be the equivalence of walking into the office, and just getting ready for the day. So we want to really teach you guys up. And, for some of the people that kind of don't get the humor, right? 3M was joking, right? Like, he's just like taking a spin at the fact that our community is going to be educated. Because guys, you have all these people, right? First off, I'm not gonna mention it, but there's a certain crew out there that all you have to do is pay money and you get in there and they give you the trade signals, right? Okay, that does no good for anybody. Why? Because signals can only go so far as you taking your own risk. And if you're taking someone's word for what it is, right, you got to look back. Am I going to take this person's word with my money online over Discord that I don't know, right? And then ask yourself that, are you going to do that? And then every single time you have a decision based on trust in real life with somebody you may love or you may be with or that is a family member, right? Compare those two things. Why would you trust somebody online if when it comes to real life, you don't really trust many people to begin with because the world is sketchy nowadays? So we want, right? We want to stimulate your guys' decision-making process. We want to give you guys a challenge, but at the same time, right, we are there to oversee you so that you do not walk too deep into the water. We are going to build an entire freaking army, guys. It's going to be great because it's going to be a Discord that is a family and that they help each other as a collective. So, you know, imagine just sitting there, right? Like Bitcoin Brad says, right? He's not there. Somebody sees a play. Hey, I see a play here, here, here. And then somebody else types in and says, oh, okay, I see where you can get the entry here. Stops might be getting ran here. And it works as a collective, and we're able to get knowledge as we continue. So 3 a.m., do you want to, we have 109 viewers, and I want to explain to people what we have for the future in this channel and what we have planned for our community. Can you explain the TPO Bootcamp scheduling, how it's going to work and all that, please?
Yeah, so guys, you know, once we do this raffle class that we're doing this weekend, we're going to figure out how many people that we can put into the class effectively, right? We want you guys to get the information. We want you to retain it, right? So probably Monday or Tuesday, depending if our website is up, we will have online registration. There'll be a class you guys can buy. We will put a special link in the channel if you guys are the first 1,000. So first 1,000, you guys are going to get $149. It's going to be a 2-week class. Class is 3 days a week, 2 hours per session, about an hour and a half for teaching, and then a half hour of Q&A. After the second week, we'll have a intro to the live trade room. You guys can come in there and you guys can see how it's operated to see if it's something that you guys want to go on and move on with. So that'll be $50 a month for the live trade room. And you guys come in there, it'll be a couple hours a day. We'll be in there. We'll be kind of holding your hands, walking you guys through, kind of be like training wheels, okay? So we'll teach you guys the basics of TPO. That way we're in the trade room. We don't have to tell you and teach you guys, right? We'll just be able to call you guys out and you guys can understand how the market is moving, with the guidance of, C130 or Brad or myself. From there, and and the prereq is you have to take TPO Bootcamp to get into the live trade room because we can't educate you guys while we're trying to walk everyone through a trade, okay? It just doesn't work out. And so, we're going to be running these TPO Bootcamps as many times as we can. Our goal is hopefully 2 sessions or 2 classes per every 2 weeks. Like I said, but we want to get everyone the best education as possible, okay? So we don't want to, like the George Bush program, no child left behind, all right? We're not going to leave you guys behind, all right? So if you guys, step into the class, we're going to make sure you guys get the right education. We'll have following education continue after that. So, we'll maybe do like a Tuesday, Thursday, or Tuesday, Saturday. So you guys can come back, ask questions, let us know how your trades worked out over the week if you guys weren't in the live trade room. And then we can help you guys go over your game plans and stuff in there too, okay? So that'll be $149 for our first 1,000 Discord members. And then if you guys are veterans, because we are the trade vets, you guys will have $129 for the class. Let me see here. Also, too, going in the future, if you guys come to our Instagram page, join us there. You guys can be part of the first 1,000 there. You guys will get $149 also. You just won't have the same priority to get into class first as our Discord, okay? And you guys cannot pay any more money to get into class first, all right? We're very ethical. We're not people that's going to be taking money on the side for things, okay? So first come, first serve, but we're trying to give the people that were here first the chance, and we'll try and do it as fairly as possible. If I have to make C130 type of all these 1,000 or 1,700 names we have in the Discord, then I'll make them do that and we'll put them on the raffle list. Okay, we might break that wheel, but it's okay. We'll run those stops and we'll break that wheel. So that's our goal right there for the TPO Bootcamp. Once we get as many people through the TPO Bootcamp as we can, if you guys look at my Instagram page, I have a picture of the footprint chart. There's a lot of other valuable tools that we have, right, that can incorporate with TPO. I think TPO is a great fundamental for you guys to learn, and you guys can build off of that platform, okay? So let's build you guys a base. Let's build you guys that foundation, and we're going to just keep building your house, and we'll put as many rooms as you guys want, all right? So for you guys, you guys can put as many rooms. You can make the house as fancy as you want, but if you guys have at least this TPO class, you'll have a solid foundation for whatever you guys decide to do, okay? And Alex says, great deal. Actually, you guys, $149.
There's some big selling coming in right here, and it looks like they're going to keep us pushing down. So if we start busting these stops, my bad, I didn't mean to cut you off. If we start busting these stops of M, and we start to get below, below this level, unless there's a big buyer down here, right, that's going to try to iceberg this thing, we could see, we could see a decent amount of downside, so fingers on the trigger. My bad.
That's okay. So yeah, it's a great deal, you guys. If you guys go over to like I said, real quick, just backtrack. Someone asked me, and actually not just someone, multiple people asked me, guys, in the chats and whatever, do I recommend this person's course on YouTube and this person's course? The answer is flat out no. I do not recommend anyone's
Here we
classes
go.
on
Here we go.
YouTube, guys. If they are just a crypto trader, they're a crypto person on YouTube, I do not recommend any of their classes, any of their anything that they're
Like the
selling, okay?
money goes into my
Only thing I will
piggy
recommend to you guys is
bank.
something I bought myself. I will recommend to you guys professional traders that trade, the stock market, the futures, options, and you guys can take that information and bring it back to crypto. Okay, like we said before, like Brad said before, playing in the crypto realm is like playing with
There
amateurs.
she
Okay,
blows.
yeah, Billy
All right,
Madison over
guys, there's
here
some stops.
beating the kids with the volleyball. All right, it's like a professional football team playing a Pop Warner or a high school football team. It's just not fair. Okay, so you guys have all this bad info, and we're trying to clear it up, clear the air, and get you guys the right info and get you guys open, okay? Like you've seen all the memes. It's funny stuff, but it's true. Okay, so going back to the classes, like I said, if you guys hop over to the first 1,000 Instagram, you guys can get that $149. After that, it's gonna be $199 for everyone that hops in. And so, like I said, and Alex was saying, it is a great deal. If you guys look at Jim Dalton, I think he charged a few $1,000s for his class, and it's absolutely worth it. Okay, like I said, if you guys have the money, go take the class from Jim Dalton himself. He's the guy that's made up market profile. Actually, take like market profile is a coined term by the CME, which is the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. It's actually a trademark name. But Jim Dalton, he used to work on the floor. He used to be a futures trader. He still trades futures. He is the godfather of TPO, godfather of market profile. Okay, you guys. And like I said, I will only recommend people that I will use myself. And so if you guys want to spend the money on him, please do. It'll be well worth your money. Okay. But you can get similar information for a lot, less, and then kind of more geared toward what you guys want to do and what you guys want to trade. Okay. We have lots of meat and potatoes, but we don't have any of the fillers and all that bad stuff in our meat and potatoes. Okay, guys. So whatever you guys want to eat, we'll serve it up for you and cook it the way you want it. Like I said, we know some people have some, difficulty learning and stuff like that too. We're going to try and accommodate everyone as possible. Okay, we're going to do our best we can. Some of us have been teachers
And
before in the military, so
speaking of that too, with James Dalton is if you don't have any experience trading or you haven't had any formal trading, he's used to teaching people that have training, and so he is fairly dry and pretty direct. So it's sometimes hard to follow if you don't understand a lot of things. He just kind of expects you to know things. So if you don't, you might have a difficult time with his class.
yeah, he's
Um,
talking to professionals, you guys. So he's
yeah.
teaching professionals how to trade, and there's some people there that aren't professionals, but for the most part, his audience is professionals, right? Because some of them don't know what they're doing because they've been shown this stuff and that stuff, and they need to figure out something that works, right? And also, too, when you guys are a professional trader, even just a retail trader, once you guys feel like you lose your edge, you have to feel like you have to find something new, right? That's why you guys go on a search for indicators, go on a search for who's the next, best person. So, right here, this is a one-stop shop. I'm not saying we're the best people out there, but we are pretty consistent with our gains, pretty consistent with our losses being small, and then excuse me, we like to stick to TPO and we like to, do what works. There's no reason to fix something that's not broken, you guys.
Exactly. And to add off of to that, to add one more thing, right? To show show you guys how the future is going to play out and everything. Right. If you, just for now, guys, if I were you, if you guys have a good amount of money and you want to, learn how to actually trade and manage your risk and how to stick to your trade plan and all that, just stop trading for now and just hold off and get more screen time. Wait till we release the TPO bootcamp. And what we're going to do is just stop trading, wait till you get on the TPO bootcamp. Once you do the TPO bootcamp, right, it's not gonna just be like, oh, in and out, right? We're gonna give you guys like a legitimate we're gonna give you guys a legitimate live stream for like you guys passing and graduating the bootcamp, right? It's gonna be a legit thing because once you're TPO certified, you have gone through the TPO bootcamp course, you understand how to utilize TPO. What we're gonna do is you guys graduate, you guys get your certification saying you went through it, and we're gonna add the TPO certified role onto your Discord. And what's going to happen from there is once you're TPO certified, you can teach other people that haven't gone through the course. You can be a guide that people can go to get some advice before they go through the course themselves. So you guys, we want to give you guys some leadership experience, and we want to show you guys, how to trade the markets instead of, when to trade the markets. And we want to make sure that you guys are getting really good amount of experience in the inside the market space. So you're gonna get the TPO certified role. You can help people out, and from there you get access to the live trade room, which then you can utilize your knowledge, and we can be together, and you can make your money back. That's how we're trying to do this, guys. We're trying to build a self-fulfilling loop of positivity, because if it works like this, right? You guys come first. If you guys are winning, we're winning. And if we're winning, you're winning. But you guys have to win first. And we're going to make sure that you guys win. So I just wanted you guys to know that we are all about y'all 100%. We want to teach you guys. We want to show you how to do all this so that you guys can win and so that we can continue winning together. I didn't mean to cut you off there, 3M. I think I cut you off. I don't know.
No, you're good. That's all. Like I said, C130, he started this whole entire platform, you guys. He started this entire Discord, right? He was drinking the Kool-Aid for a little bit,
Oh,
and
you
he
already
was
know
all
it, bro.
caught up because he was, who's not gonna be excited, right, about something going from $20,000, $30,000 all the way to 65? I'd be ecstatic too, right? But it's like anything else. You don't have the, you don't have the friends, the family, or anyone showing you guys the way or anything like that. You kind of get lost. You kind of get pulled into something else. So luckily, he was like, hey, I'm into this stuff, and Brad's like, hey, me too. Like, what's up? So, he was able to see something, and we didn't give him too much shit about it, even though he's our friend, but he saw eventually that, oh man, like, what's happening is not working, right?
Gotta be
So,
real.
he ditched the indicators. He's over here learning the TPO, putting the hours just like you guys are too, right? And so, he'll be in there checking out the TPO class, and eventually he'll be teaching the TPO class, you guys. So he's pretty much there at that level where he can just go and run through all these stops with you guys.
Hell
All right.
yeah.
So,
I'm about it, bro. I'm
you
ready.
guys don't feel like you guys are alone. He's learning. I'm always learning. Brad's always learning, right? Once you guys stop learning, that's when the mistakes happen. That's when you guys get cocky, and that's when your accounts turn to zero. Okay. So, just like I said, don't trade if you guys don't know how to trade. We will help you guys, to learn how to trade. And if not, we'll point you guys in the right direction. Okay. Like I said, I have no problem taking you guys' money, but please, when you guys are ready for class, be ready, because we want to give those seats out to people that are ready to learn. All right. I'm not going to feel bad about taking you guys' money, because like I said, it's something I would buy myself. All right. And if you guys too, like I said, we're going to probably do some raffles for the TPO bootcamp. If you guys pay for the class in advance, that's perfectly fine. We expect you guys to do that because it needs to save your seat. But if we raffle and we pull your guys' name out, you guys will get refunded, okay? So don't worry about that kind of stuff. Don't wait for the raffle to get into the class. Just take any opportunity you get, or you can use that raffle win for your, significant other if you want to have them in the class too. So the class is not open up. It's not open up. We'll make a channel for the class specifically, and we can have a channel just for all class information and things like that. But the class will start July 5th. We do have a start date for the class. It'll be 3 times a week, 2 hours a day, 1.5 hours of lecture, 30 minutes of Q&A. It'll be for 2 weeks, you guys. And on the third week, you'll come into live trade room, try it out. If you guys like it, it'll be $50 a month for live trade room. And that's where you guys will only talk about the trade itself. Okay. We won't talk about how or what TPOs. We'll just actually talk about the trade. Look at the charts. Okay. You guys can see Bitcoin Brad's setup, how he has his screens and stuff laid out. He probably won't be in the trade because he'll be talking you guys through the trade. Okay. Like I said, it's very difficult to trade and talk at the same time. Even for us, getting on the stream right here, it's iffy for me to be in a trade because, the thing can go south in 10 seconds. So, we have to be very focused on our trade, right? So if you guys are, watching TV and doing the trade at the same time, you guys got to focus on one thing, all right? Just focus on one thing and then just stay there and watch it, okay? Give it your 100% focus. But yeah, class is coming soon, you guys. So we're super excited. Bearish bull, yep. Yeah, man, we're super excited. So, we can't wait to drop this knowledge that we have for you guys, share it with you, grow this community, make it a smarter community, smarter than what it already is. You guys are already in the right spots. You guys are smart people in my books, you guys. And you guys are sticking around too. So even though I throw some jabs out there, you guys, it's not at you guys, right? So yeah, if you guys have any questions, let us know. I don't know if Brad wants to talk about the market action. Looks like Strange Magic, he wants to know about current price action. So I'm pretty sure you guys are all here to see what the market's doing too.
All right. So one thing to add on to that. So for those of you guys that are going to sign up for the TPO bootcamp, right, don't feel like you need to have any knowledge beforehand. Just come with an open mind. I'm going to break it down from the basics and up. So don't feel like you need to, be watching a million YouTube videos or to have all of this knowledge beforehand. We will break it down with everything that you need to know, right? And then to get into the price action going on right now, we we came down, we ran these stops, right? But we didn't have any continuation, right? And that's kind of what we're looking for, because there is a big break area right here. We're still, we're still in this downtrend, right? So like I said, I'm still not looking for any long trades until we're up and we fill these single prints. That's going to let me know that there is supply in the market. Yeah, of course, you could take a long trade from here and, maybe it does go up here, right? But it's a more risky trade, and that's not what I'm in, right? Because, not every time is this trade going to work, but 9 times out of 10, or 7 times out of 10, the trades that I'm taking are normally working, right? 70% is a pretty decent average as a risk manager, uh, day in, day out. And that's the thing I'm looking to be, right? I'm not looking to nail every bottom and nail every top. I'm looking for consistency day over day. Right. And so we see that the D came up. We had single prints within this session right here, which is what these are right here. We didn't fill them, right? So if these single prints don't fill even in this session, then you're definitely going to know there's not many buyers going on right here. So where's the link to pay for the class or bootcamp? 3 a.m. we'll be putting that out. He'll be getting all that information. If you want to post the email 3 a.m. That they can email you at.
Yeah, actually,
to
I'll
get
start a whole
information.
new list. I'll make a email you guys. I'll drop in the channel, and then yeah, you guys can start emailing. We'll just start we'll start a wait list, you guys, for the class, okay? And then we'll just pick people by who's been in the kind of thing the longest. And like I said, if you guys have been in the Discord for the first 1,000, all right? So yeah, I'll get a new email made up, and you guys can send your request over to that email. Okay, we can start getting a list of free signees that people are that are wanting to. We won't take any money this time, but we will get a list made up of who wants to do it. And super excited. We're getting a lot of feedback. We're getting a lot of attention on these classes. So, just come through. We can't wait to see you guys, and we can't wait to see the people in the class this Friday, okay? Or sorry, this Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah, and then also um with the classes, you don't need to like, I guess I'm trying to figure out a way to explain it. You don't need to worry about like where you live, right? We're gonna set it up so that way, if we need to do like a Eastern Hemisphere, Western Hemisphere classes, then that's how we'll do it, right? I'll run the classes twice a day, 2 different iterations. That's fine with me. If I got to put in a little bit of extra time to get you guys on the right page, I'm all about that. So we'll set up the classes that makes it more convenient for you guys, because I know we have people from all over the world.
Yeah,
So
put a 1 in the chat, you guys, if this is a good time for you, because we're actually thinking about starting a class right at 8 o'clock, right when we finish the stream, going straight from here into the chat, you guys. So if you guys are good with 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, go and press a 1 into the chat, okay? If that time doesn't work out, we'll figure out another time. So definitely 8 o'clock around this time. Let us know, you guys. If you guys can work out 8 o'clock in the morning Pacific Standard Time, press a 1 in the chat, please. Thank you, Eric.
Also, guys, if you're
Thank
new,
Jingles.
if you're new, please consider hitting the like button. We want to continue doing this, right? We're not just throwing out random stuff. And it's like 3 a.m. just has, he's been snorting red pills or something. And again, guys, the term red pill, it just, it's a reference. Like, when you take the red pill, you see the structure, you see reality for what it is, right? Yeah, 3 a.m.'s been snorting those because when it comes to seeing how things are given to people, he can spot it out. Like, for example, right? I'm not going to mention anything specific, but there's certain indicators out there that are floating around, and 3AM says it all the time, right? You guys aren't buying quality, products that have value. You're just buying marketing. That's all you're buying. And 3AM. Do you want to explain that aspect of things? Because I think that's what some people don't see when it comes to that, is that they're buying marketing, and you really opened my eyes to that.
Yeah,
When I first met you.
There's 2 things that we're gonna do. Brad's gonna make a template on ExoCharts, or sorry, a review video on ExoCharts and how to go over it. We're also gonna go through that on the first day of boot camp. So don't worry about it if you guys miss out. But it'll be for the people that come into the TPO boot camp later. But yeah, so one day we're gonna come on live stream, you guys. We're gonna show you all the different indicators that we have, especially on NinjaTrader. In TradingView, I think you can change around too, but we're gonna show you just how you can just manipulate indicators, and you can just make them see, like, you can make basically them print what you want to see, right? So if you guys are floating around different time frames, that's one way of doing it. You can also go and change the settings on another way too. But when you guys are buying indicators, and like I said, I've been victim to this before, C130 has been a victim, and even Brad's been a victim before, you guys. We all usually start out this way, right? We all start out kind of like a victim, and some of us just quit afterwards, right? Luckily for us, Brad didn't quit, and I didn't quit, and the C130 is not quitting either, right? So, these indicators, they're all just, some basically, if you guys read a book, there's someone in John Ehlers, he came up with like MACD, he came up with Bollinger Bands, there's all these things, right? Basically, there's just all these indicators, just moving averages of a moving average. There's math problems, right? Even the VWAP's a math problem, but we use it just as a baseline. So all these things are just math problems, okay? Just doing it for you. And guess what? You can't do the math until you get the numbers. And guess what? That's why it's lagging. So we're looking at price action. We're looking at real time, you guys. That's why we don't use indicators. And you guys are just buying marketing hype. All right. You guys are seeing these big wins, these big losses, or whatever you guys are attracted to, and you guys are buying marketing hype. So please do not buy hype anymore. Do some research, start looking at things, because these things are just copies of other things. Like I said, with changes to names, I don't even know what a money flow indicator is, guys. Go ask somebody on Wall Street what a money flow indicator is, and they're gonna spit in your face with, from spitting out their coffee laughing. Okay, it's seriously a joke, you guys. I can't say this enough. It's just not. I don't know how many times I can say it, guys. Do not buy any more indicators, please. You guys are just wasting your money. Save that money to train. Save that money to educate yourself. There are no shortcuts in the market. Okay, indicators are these quote unquote shortcuts, but there's no shortcuts. Okay, you have to put in the time, you have to put in the work, and that's the only way you guys are going to see any returns or any gains in your account. You might get lucky every once in a while with the indicator, but you have more bad luck than you do have good luck. Okay, the best indicator we have is our brain. Or Brad, someone told me that he was indicator, and they're pretty damn right. He's not lagging.
For real. All the plays are on the Discord, guys. All the plays that Bitcoin Brad does right here. I'll pop them up on stream for anyone that's watching this that's still a little skeptical that isn't in the in the Discord, right? I highly recommend, highly, guys, right? Because what happens is you're telling yourself, hey, I'm I might join or whatever, and you don't end up joining, and that's fine. Okay, that's fine. Everyone has a choice. We want to just give you guys the choice and the ability to make that choice, but I'm telling you, join the Discord. It is an entire different vibe. We had someone join yesterday, and they were like, man, I've never been this welcomed in my life. And I was typing them. I'm like, yeah, man, this is our community, dude. We stick out for each other. We don't care where you're coming from, right? I mean, we don't care if you come into the Discord and start arguing up a storm, right? And just say, this is freaking garbage, la, la, la. Why would you ever do this, right? Everyone will say, hey, man, it's all good. You can relax. We're here for you. I mean, obviously, it seems like you got some stuff going on, we're here to help, okay? And that's what we do. We are going to do our best to make sure. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Pay attention right here, guys. If we get back below this 38,792, right, we're able to hold below. Chances are we're going to keep pushing down. And like I said, there's a lot of room down here. And if we break this area right here, this 38,680, that's gonna cause a big spill. So I'm not saying to get short right here, right? Can't give you guys any financial advice, but you definitely want to pay attention to what's going on right here, because if price keeps pushing lower, the chances of us spilling and spilling pretty decently are going to be, increased, right? So if we start to get down right here into this area, the chances of us breaking this low and filling these singles that are down here, it's going to increase. So just kind of pay attention. Right, well, let's watch it. Let's watch it together real quick. So here we go. We're getting down to this low, right? And so we want to see a break of the low. We watch how the price action's acting, right? So we saw it come right down to the C low, and we're seeing what's called responsive buying. You guys hear me say that all the time, responsive buying. So there's people buying right here, pushing the price back up to protect their stop position, right? Because they're not ready to close this long trade that they're in. They've been this long trade, probably from like 36,000. And so now we're seeing a release, right? They're giving that up. So there it was. So there's that stop release right there. And so now what we're looking for is for them to defend this area here, this 38,680, because that's where all those stops got released from, right? And that's someone was asking about the impulse area. That's what we were looking for, right? So I shorted earlier on the break of this POC, but when we didn't break my low level, I closed it, right? My short position now is 38,818. So I got I jumped in a little bit early. I told you guys not to because, I want you guys to manage risk a little bit better. I can handle a little bit more heat than most people. So, and I'm up for the day as well. So, I'm, basically playing with house money at this point. So I can add a little bit more risk on. And, and I'm always trying to test my edge to see, if we're going to go. I had a take profit at the 550 level. So like right here. So we shot down. So I already took a little bit of profit off, and just sit in this trade right here. and see if we can fill these singles. And if we look back, sorry to kind of cut off the chat, but if we look back, we have single prints down to this 37.8. And that's where I'd like to see, now that we're below that, I'd like to see if we can fill this area in order to know that there's some actual supply in this market, right? And we're still in this little downtrend, but there could be a big buyer buying all this up. So you don't want to just keep selling just to keep selling, right? If you sold this 38, like this break of this 38 like 750, this low right here, and you're still in the trade, don't let a winner turn into a loser, right? Just trying to fill these singles, all the way down to 37,749. Manage the trade properly, right? All right, go ahead. My bad.
Oh, no, you're fine. You're good, man. No, I was just saying we're gonna be creating a community, guys, and a community that not many people have seen before. Me, Bitcoin Brad, and 3AM, right? We all are veterans from the military, and if there's one thing that the military taught us, at least from what I saw, was structure, and structure is key. If we just have a bunch of people in the Discord just running around, it's not going to do anything. So we are creating a community with structure that incentivizes participation, and we do not tolerate any sort of toxicity and stuff like that. Like, if you jump in there toxic and you're arguing and stuff, we're not gonna say nothing toxic back. We're just not gonna tolerate. We're gonna be like, hey man, we don't do that here. Like, we're just trying to learn. It's okay. Just take a breath. Do you need help with anything? Check out these resources. But we're gonna have a structure, and it's gonna start off with the first set of TPO certified people. You guys are gonna be the first wave of TPO certified people if you take this. And we're going to give you a lot of responsibility and a lot of trust that not many people in a Discord would give to their followers, right? We already give you guys, all of our trust, 100%, just being in the Discord, because we're here for you guys. But when it comes to managing risks and creating a trade plan and sticking to it, the TPO certified people that go through the course that get certified, and when we add the tags to them, myself, Bitcoin Bear 3AM, will understand that the content was delivered to them and that they do have a keen understanding for it. So therefore, we can bestow upon them the ability to teach others effectively. That's the thing. We don't want people going in there spamming random stuff and telling people do this, that, here, go along here, you'll make your money, right? We just want people working together. We don't want one person just saying. We want one person, we want people to be there and to, share their knowledge as a collective. So, we're really looking forward to it, guys. And things are looking great. That QR code that I popped up there is the Instagram. Check it out. First 1,000 followers, get that price removed from the course. And there's a bunch of stuff on there. We're trying to see how many people are actually utilizing Instagram. So, we have a bunch of memes for now, just to see if you guys like engaging the content, stuff like that. So check it out, see if you like it, right? We're really honestly including a lot of feedback from you guys. We love the feedback. So, just let us know what you think. There's a suggestion thing in the Discord. There's a dislike button. There's a comment section. Let us know what you think. I'm working on answering every single comment. So when this video ends, please go back to it. Drop a comment. It helps us out with the algorithm. I will answer your questions 100%. Okay, guys? So, I just want to thank you guys very much. Bitcoin Brad 3AM. Do you guys have anything else as far as what we want to convey? I think we kind of hit everything. That's all I
think that's it.
Okay.
Not for me, man. Thank you guys for being here.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. So guys, we don't have anything else, so we'll give you guys our closing remarks. And for anybody new, at the end we do closing remarks. We pretty much just give you a wrap up of what we taught and what we learned from you guys, and what the brief overview of everything if you missed like a big chunk of it. So we can go ahead and start off with Bitcoin Brad or 3AM. Whoever wants to go first, doesn't matter.
So I just saw that Chappie's in there saying he lives in Australia and he's changing his sleeping patterns to wake up to US Open. So, if you guys are trying to trade the best time, it is going to be the US Open. Not to brag on America, but we do lead a lot of things in the world, not just obesity, okay, but we do lead the markets, the global economy.
Yes, man.
So you guys need to, hop on there. If you guys want to trade with the best volume, it is going to be the US Open, okay, at 9:30, Eastern Standard Time. That's when the New York Stock Exchange opens, okay? Sometimes, we will follow the Eurex, or the FDAX or something like that, or something happens on the Nikkei. but for the most part, it is the U.S. that leads the entire global market. All right, so you guys need to, if you guys want the best volume, 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. That's the best time to trade. Okay.
Hell yeah.
There's lots of selling down here. You know, as you can see, this is pretty much all selling. So if price can't continue down, this is going to trap some of these shorts down here, and you're going to see a little bit of a release once we get back up above this value area low. So just you know, be careful here. Are we switching to the Discord?
We can do a like a 15-20 minute Q&A.
Yeah, because I think that we said that like if we get 100 likes, that will go to
Okay.
the live Discord.
So
we're at
guys,
121.
Got you. Guys, if you guys are brand new, check out the Discord, right? I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna go to trade alerts. I'm gonna hit this plus. I'm gonna create a voice channel right here, and the channel name is gonna be called 3 a.m. Trader Degens. And I'm gonna create that channel. Boom.
No, this is not degenerate time. That is overnight and weekend.
That's overnight. I already created it.
Yeah.
People are piling. All right, there you go. The channel is created. Go in there. We're gonna be doing about 30 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, right? Depending on how many people are active, but no more than 20 to 30 minutes. Okay.
Thank you, Greg Chavez, man. Appreciate that.
We want to stick to the. Oh, nice. Thank you for the $5. I always get these late. I don't know why. But yeah, we're trying to stick to a schedule, guys, and you know, we just want to be able to continue growing, and to continue growing, we need to have a set schedule and a set pace of how we're handling things. And if you haven't hit the like button, consider hitting it, and so we can destroy this algorithm together. We're gonna move over to the that chat, and we're gonna take some Q&As. If you guys want to watch it live, do whatever you want to do, right? Comment in the chat. We'll watch your questions as well. We'll monitor them, and let's just jump in there and see what our community members would like to get answered and see what they think. So you guys ready to head over there?
Yeah, just answer real quick too, Greg. We're not sure how much it's going to cost to make that that tool, and we're not even sure if we can get it made right now. So you know, hopefully, fingers crossed we can. But you know, like for now, Exo charts are another trading platform as you guys' options. Okay, so if you guys need recommendations, go and ask us. We see Eric Smith is using Quant Tower. We use NinjaTrader, and if you guys are just straight TPO and want something cheaper and web based, you guys have Exo charts as an option. Like I said, we are not endorsed by anybody. We just pick the tools that we'd like to use and that we use ourselves.
Hell yeah. So
Yeah,
also,
and PineScript might not allow us to make a TPO, so
yeah, exactly.
PineScript shit.
Yeah, if you got anyone that's a program and knows PineScript, you know, hit us up. You know, maybe you guys see something that we don't see with our developers.
You have Serendipity also saying, good show, guys. Bitcoin Brad should never apologize for interrupting to talk about live price action. Smiley face. Exactly. Hell yeah. So we're going to head over to the chat, guys, to the Discord live chat. Hopefully you guys can see us in there and just ask whatever questions you want. And you know, just be comfortable. Ask away. You guys ready to head over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
All
do
right,
it.
Let's do it. All right. If you guys are in here, please mute your mics, and you can unmute them whenever you're asking a question. If you have this deafen thing next to your profile, give me one sec. Yeah. Okay, so if you have this deafen thing next to your name, right click and click on mute or deafen. So these two, it's on the YouTube, you guys can see it. Mute or deafen, click on any of those, right, and uncheck them. That way you can hear. We have a few people in here that are deafened. So just right click and undeafen yourself. So Bitcoin Brad's gonna stream his chart, so you guys can ask away. What do you guys think? And you guys have any questions? You guys have any feedback?
Guys, it's Andys.
Oh, what's up, Andys?
You okay, guys?
Good morning.
Yeah, we're doing well. How are you?
Right, I'm good. Guys, Exo charts. Obviously, I got bit by a market cipher, which I've still got bad habits, as you'll know this morning. We going to stay on Exo charts, or are we going to go on to Sierra? Because obviously, you're putting a lot of study time into Exo charts, and I'd like to stick with one that we're going to stick through for the next, I don't know how long this is going on, hopefully 5 years.
You know, if Andis, if you want to stick to Exo charts, just stick to Exo charts for now. It's only 20 euros a month. So if you guys don't have your mics muted, please mute your mics. Andis, if you have Exo charts, just stick to Exo charts right now. You know, it's not so much about the Exo charts for Sierra versus Ninja, right? You're learning the concept of TPO. The concept stays the same, doesn't matter what platform you go to. I also go Exo charts for now. It's web based. It's 28 euros a month. You don't need to get a new broker for anything like that. You can take it with you. Sierra charts, you're gonna have to be on your computer for that if that's the option you want to go, and then you have to get a new broker probably through AMP or someone else that uses Sierra charts as well. So I would just say stick with Exo charts for now, and if you want to upgrade to a more professional solution, then yeah, by all means, check out the Sierra charts, the Quant Tower, the NinjaTrader, or any of the other options that are out there. But for now, I would just stick to Exo charts. We got a lot of people going with Exo charts for now, and it's web based. It's cheap, the cheapest option, and we're just learning the concept of TPO, right? So it doesn't matter if you see it on this screen or that screen. Once you know TPO, it's gonna all look the same to you. Okay, it's just gonna be a different color, different style, but TPO is the same across the board.
And Sierra charts is pretty confusing. If you're not really like computer savvy,
yeah,
it's a pretty complicated because it's really old, like really old. So and it hasn't changed, but it's like it's time tested and works well. But they just haven't, they've just kind of like if it's not broke, don't fix it. That's like their motto of their company because they don't change anything, but it does work well. So
yeah, it's a good platform.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, no problem, man. Thank you for asking.
And thanks for always being here. And thanks for always having a question to ask. It's good. A lot of people, you guys might have these same questions, so guys, speak up.
Yeah. Who wants to go next? Anybody? It can be anything. Literally, hey, what'd you have for breakfast this morning? I mean, this is why we do this. We we love the communication.
Hey, this is Clock Watcher.
Hey.
Really great.
We want to stick to nice. Thank you for the $5. I always get these late. I don't know why. But yeah, we were trying to stick to a schedule, guys. And
mic is loud.
Yeah.
Here, give me one sec.
To continue growing, and to continue growing, we need to have a pace of how we're handling things.
Clock Watcher.
Like button, consider hitting it, and so we can destroy this algorithm together. We're gonna move over to the.
Who is that?
We're gonna take
Go ahead, Clock Watcher.
Watch it live.
There we go. Got him. All right, go ahead.
Hey, anyhow, really great stream this morning. I really felt like there was so much content that I got from that maybe I had been missing in the past, and I really appreciate it. I really felt like there was a lot of meat in what you presented this morning.
Okay.
So, thank you.
Yeah, no, that's really.
Thanks for always being there.
Yeah, no, thank you for saying that, because that actually was, you can ask ETHEREUM and Bitcoin Brad, that was my goal this morning. I said, hey, so we're getting a lot of people, and let's go back to the basics. So I'm studying how the algorithm works. So we're all a team here, right? Bitcoin Brad works very well with, the education aspect and the teaching. 3 a.m., right? He's working over on the structure of things. And me, I'm on the social medias, and I'm studying the algorithm, and I'm trying to see how we can reach a bigger audience. And my goal today was to pretty much put a value-packed video and see how it would hit differently than the other ones. So it's really, really awesome that you said that, because it kind of lets me know that this is working and that this is something that we should do more often. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Again. Oh, sorry.
He's also head of HR too. So if you guys have any complaints, C130, he gets all the complaints, you guys. Okay, he is a complaint department. So anything you guys are, upset about or have feedback, send him to C130. He is HR.
Like a little complaint section in our Discord.
Right? I'll just be there 24/7 help desk. No, but
thanks, Clock Watcher.
Yeah, thank you so much for being active and being around, just asking questions. It means a lot. Does anybody else have anything, right? It can be anything. I'm glad Clock Watcher said that, because, it was my goal today to try to hit that mark and give you guys as much value as possible in the shortest amount of time possible. Does anybody have any questions, feedback, comments?
I have a question.
Sure.
You hear me? It's David, Magic Man. So yeah, thanks for the show, man. It was great. So it's really interesting looking at like this level right now where it's at 2.4. I'm seeing, the delta. There's two positive deltas, and it's just kind of hanging. Are you guys seeing that as well? Around where we're at, 38,690.
Let me pull up my Exo charts real quick.
Sorry, I was grabbing something.
I was just remarking about like this level right now where we see, if we're looking at EXO, we see two positive deltas like at 2.4 and 3.8, at least on the Bybit chart, and like 38.7 basically, and the next tick below. And I'm just kind of watching the price action and seeing what it's doing there. But is there any kind of thought process that you put into that with the way that it hits down and pops back up, or if it sits there for a while and just kind of hesitates, do you think it's going to go up? I mean, is there any kind of formula that you use to figure out where it's going to go?
So I'm just mainly watching like the areas that we came out of. Like, so we had this C ran the stops right here of these lower K and L, and then D ran the stops of C. And so what I'd like to see is that like it hold below C. I try not to focus too much on the delta because as you see right here, I just switched to the buy bit. It looks like we have a lot of buying. Well, not a lot, but we have buying in the bottom of the buy bit chart. Excuse me. But in the Binance chart, there was basically just like really really strong selling, and price still hasn't gone down. And so what I like to see is just kind of how it acts, right? And we have this resistance up above this value area low. So if price comes back up here and sellers come back down, try to hold it under that value area low, that's going to let us know, kind of what their goal is, or what their plan is to, if they're going to take a little bit of a breath and then push it back down, or if they're just going to force this thing down. And so I try not to focus too much on the delta, but just kind of how price interacts at the bigger numbers. So like if we have like right here, this 3.1, this negative 3.1 million, if price comes back up here, we should see some more selling from that area. If it even gets up here. And right here, we're seeing this negative 3 million, right? So we should see a negative 2 million. We should see price, try to continue lower. Excuse me. If these sellers are actually trying to push it down.
I don't know if we got to it, but Greg Chavez donated $5. And I just say thank you, Greg. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
We didn't really see that. Sorry, but thank you, man. So he says, you guys are great. How much do you need to rake up to get a pro to make the TradingView tool? I mean, wait, did we answer that? Yeah,
we already talked about that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. I mean, it's it's just, I don't even think it could really be done. It's not even about how much we need. It's just about being able to actually do it. So, but for now, we'll stick to EXO charts. I want to get through some of these questions on the chat so these people are not left out. So you have Mostron asking, Brad, what does the stuff in the purple field mean? BT and SP.
The SP are single prints, and the BT is a buying tail. So it's basically just like price looks below and got bought up, right? And then came back in. Well, value is pretty much up here, but it's coming back in. So there is buyers sitting down here, right? That's why there's this huge tail. So this is called excess. Exo Charts labels it as a buying tail. It can be considered a buying tail. I like to refer to it as excess, but I mean it means the same thing. So now we have E period opening up, and we'll see. It opened, and it's ticked up, just ticking up. So we want to see how sellers are gonna respond up here, at this value area low. See if they're gonna defend, or if they're just gonna release it and and let these buyers fade this and maybe soak it up a little bit.
Matt Flint donated
with the $5.
Hell yeah!
Thank you, man.
We appreciate it. And for anyone that doesn't know, all of the donations go straight towards the Citadel, right back into there, so we can grow that a lot faster. And it really helps us out a lot.
One thing real quick. So I know a lot of you guys are asking for Twitter, right? And I have a Twitter. My Twitter handle is, I don't use it like super often, but I will start using it because I know you guys are kind of after it. If you just type in Bitcoin Brad, it should lead you there. And then if not, it's at IAMBHAVEN 1, right? I can post it in the the chat.
And while Brad's doing that, anybody have any more questions, feedback, comments? You can just speak up, just say, hey, what's up? I'm such and such. We're all ears.
So if you were it's David again, Magic Man. If you were in a trade at this point, maybe that 3.8, the value area low would be probably a good stop loss. If you're kind of hanging.
See, with Bitcoin, it's a little bit tricky. So if you were in a short trade, depends on where you're from, right? Or where you got short from.
Right.
But if this thing doesn't break above the D, then because we're still kind of one time framing down, B ran these stops of A. So that's what kind of sucks is like some of these people got short here and then they got stopped out by 2 ticks on this A period and then, and then hit here. And that's the thing about crypto that I was kind of alluding to in the chat today is that it's a little bit more volatile and it likes to just take people out of the trade and then move and then make the move. And it just it's just kind of how they do that. And it's because of all of the different exchanges they're able to kind of run that price. Because if you look on different exchanges, sometimes it'll tick over the
Nasdaq
1 tick,
right
sometimes
now,
it won't. What's that?
Nasdaq is tanking right now.
Oh yeah, I'm short in that. Yes. So sometimes it'll be 1 tick, sometimes it'll be 2 ticks. And so it's better to just kind of put your stop, up here at the top of, D. It depends on your account size as well. If you're in the trade and you're positive, taking this off right here would be fine. And then, if it doesn't or if it doesn't take the stop of D, then you could short again. And then one thing that I like to do, right? So if E comes up and we get, let's say, to 38,970 and it doesn't break it, you could try a short from here. If it looks weak, try a short from here and then put your stop right above D, right? Or right a little bit above D. That way, your risk is very minimal, but your gain, your opportunity for gain is, all of this area down here. And that's kind of what you're looking for. So it really just kind of just depends on where your short is from.
Yeah, I got it. I'm like I'm at 20. Where am I? 38,684. I was short, so I'm just kind of riding this thing. But it's a small trade, so I just sometimes I'll just experiment, take a small trade, and then sorry about that. And so I'm just sort of hanging, seeing what's going on.
Yeah.
It's a good thing that you asked, man. It's a really, really good thing because, like, other people probably thinking the same thing, and they might be a little shy or something, but it's really good that even if just like one person speaks up, that helps out like 20, 30 people. So thank you so much, brother.
Hey guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah, go ahead.
You hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Hey, this is Dimas. Thanks for the show, guys. It's awesome.
Hell yeah.
I was just wondering, in terms of comments, if we could have Brad kind of like explain and elaborate his his thought patterns and kind of like what he's looking for and what he's seeing type thing as we're looking at the charts, that'd be awesome. So we could to help us understand kind of like the thought pattern. And also in terms of question, how do you identify these single prints? Like, how do you identify these areas? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So the single prints are basically just a liquidation period, and they're identified. So it's broken into sessions, right? So these ones are broken into each session as far as like the CME, the London, the Asia session, and then the after hour session, like the Australia session. I don't know if my sound is playing through your guys' sound. But so basically what we're kind of identifying is where the people got short from and where they're gonna close that short off, where we're gonna know if there is actual supply or demand in the market, right? And so basically all it is just a gap that hasn't been touched. So if you see A period opens here, C period comes down, D period came up but didn't close the difference between the C and the B, so it didn't come back into like the value area up here. You see as the point of control is up here for the delta at least, and well, the volume point of control is a little bit higher because it's for the day, but you see how the point of control is up here because there's the most volume up here, and we had this liquidation push down from here. So
hey, can I add something?
Yeah.
So I had a little issue with that too. I heard it explained a different way. If he's looking for exactly how to spot them, it's literally any area where there's only a single letter printed in that price for the section, right? It's like there's only C in that box. There's no A, B, D. So
exactly.
Per session? Per that session?
For the session.
Per the session, yeah. So like we have the single prints up here in the I period per this session. The thing is, overnight, so the cash session opens, the CME session opens. Overnight, just be careful with the single prints in between this pre-close and this Asia session. I might end up changing and just combining these into one session. Because a lot of times, in my experience, this pre-close and Asia session have not been respecting any single prints or so, the London session I like with the single prints, and the US session I like with the single prints, but the Asia session and the pre-close session, I think it's just such a small window that I might just put them both into one going forward.
Thank you both.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Whoever answered that too, guys. Like, if you guys know the answer to the question, please speak up. Right, it really helps out, and that's what we're trying to build as a community where we can all help each other.
I think that was Eric. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm Eric Smith on the YouTube. EM Smith woman.
Okay, got you.
Thank you.
I'll give you a shout out, bro. Thank you, man.
Yeah, thank you for the. I think you donated today too. Thank you.
He donates a lot, man. Thank you, man. I always appreciate it.
Hell yeah. Any more questions, guys? We have 5 minutes remaining.
So there's a couple questions in the Discord. Let me just answer them real quick.
Okay.
So somebody asked, will the bootcamp go over any other aspects of exocharts, or is it just the template being used by Brad? Yeah. So Lude, we will go over. I'm going to make a little course on exocharts completely. So we'll go over everything that it has, and then, so. With the bootcamp, I'm gonna keep it very basic. I'm not gonna add, there's a lot of stuff you can add. This rect, you can add, delta bars, you can add open interest, you can add net long, net shorts, all this stuff. You could even change to instead of the letters, we can look at imbalance. I'm gonna keep it very simple in the bootcamp because it's important to understand how it works before you start on, right? So if you have an engine, you need to understand how the engine works before you put the turbo on. Does that make sense? You can't just, actually turbos are pretty easy to install, but you guys get what I mean, right?
We know what you mean.
You know what I mean. So, you want to understand the basics of what is happening before you start, getting fancy, as I call it. And 3AM can tell you, he loves shiny shit. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Loves it. He loves it. But after he took his red pill, if 3AM used to have so many charts, and he's got a huge 49-inch widescreen. He had so many charts open on his screen, and like it would just give me cancer just looking at his screen, right? And so I would, I always would tell him, like, you don't need any of that shit. You don't need any of that shit. And then, now the only thing on his charts is just fucking TPOs from like every goddamn stock index that you can think of. So, that's
I need a 49-inch vertical screen now.
Yeah, exactly.
49 by 49.
And then Dyer asked, can you go over your mid closing the day out schedule, like things that happen to call it a day, recognition of these things would help you to start to break these habits? Yeah, so some things that I do, like after I get done trading in the morning, I pretty much always exercise like as soon as I get done, because I wake up pretty early, so I don't really exercise before. But I like to get a good exercise in. 3AM, and I have these belts that you wear. They're like heart rate monitors, and it's a social media app kind of, and we basically challenge each other on them. Like, hey, look at my workout. Did you burn more calories? Did you work harder? Stuff like that. And then also, if I take a couple bad trades to start the day off, let's say if I take 3 bad trades in a row, I'll just lock my trading account. I might still watch the charts for a little bit, but I'm going to just be done for the day, right? There's always going to be tomorrow. There's always going to be, more time to trade. So I'm not going to force something today and blow my account just trying to make up for what I lost. Right. And that's, when we get into the courses, I will talk, about psychology and give you guys a deep down dive until what my actual schedule is. But yeah, I try to just relax as much as possible. I've got 2 fidget spinners on my desk, and I pin them together and I hold them together and spin them opposite directions if I'm really getting anxious. It's a tough task, guys. I'm telling you, it's not easy to do.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah. What's up?
What's up, man? Rocky there. I have a question, man. How can I get the same template as Brad are using? because I have a different delta on the letters, and I was wondering how can I get the same template as
Are you
is
on
used.
the Binance futures?
No, I'm on Bybit, but I was trying Binance as well, and it looked different. For example, the delta is shown on the C letter, not on the.
Oh, okay. So double click in this box right here, and then right here it says exp.cl. Click that, and it will move it over to the right. That's what I do. You have to do it on every session. It's super annoying. ExoChart's probably getting like sick of me because I send them emails all the time on how to make this better, because there's so many things that they can do to make this better. So many things. Right. And eventually they will, hopefully, or maybe eventually they'll just hit me up and be like, "Hey, bro, do you want to just fix this for us?" And I'll be like, "Yes, I do. Thank you. Give me the code."
You don't even need the colored. I wish we could take the colored boxes away. You don't
I
need
wish, yeah, I wish I could too, because you don't need it. I wish I could have a letter for the open as well, so I could get rid of these stupid bars.
Okay, then.
But,
Thank you.
If you have any issues, did that fix the problem?
I will try to fix it, because now was going on the left side and I need to be on the right side as you have. I don't know what's
delta's
happened.
on the left side, or the which part is on the left side or right side? Is it the actual delta with the numbers?
Yeah, delta with the numbers is it was going on the left, but I will try to fix it, man. I will give my best.
If you
have any issues, just DM me in the Discord. I'll help you out.
You can also hit the TPO letters on the far left, up there, yeah, and then go to settings.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Go to expand where you were before. Sorry, the TPO, and go to expand clusters, expand text, expand clusters.
Okay.
I think you're doing the same thing with the little box below, but that kind of is a little more clear. The other's more like code or something.
Oh, nice.
Thank you.
That's dope that we have so many people like joining the community using ExoCharts, because we learn as a community together and we can all help each other out, which is really awesome.
Exactly.
So, thank you, guys.
Yeah. And whoever that was, whoever answered that again, like, thank you so much for speaking up.
I appreciate, man. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. That's what we're here for. We're just all trying to work together. We're all one team. We're all, like 3AM says, right? No one gets left behind.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah,
appreciate.
No problem.
Hey guys, it's Ed here.
What's up, Ed?
Oh, what's up, Ed?
Hey man. On the TPO on the left that that guy was just saying, if you expand that menu, you go in there and you click volume profile at the bottom of the settings there. About 3 lines up, you'll see it says profiles stick to right. If you tick that box, it's always on the right hand side.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Perfect.
that's super useful.
Thank you.
Wow.
All right.
I told you guys before, just play with the charts, you guys. Play with the charts. This is how you guys learn, and then this is awesome. Thank you, Ed.
Yeah, man. Cool.
I just found like 3 solutions to the same problem, and the best one came last.
Thank you.
You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. Any more questions? We were supposed.
That's awesome.
To...
And then I think you have to click save template when you do that, right?
Oh, you're right. You're right.
True,
yeah,
true.
you do.
Okay.
You do.
Sweet.
Hello, guys.
Yeah, what's up? Hello.
First of all, thank you for your work and sharing. Okay.
Oh,
can we go back, please, to the question earlier of singles? My question is, how far back can you recover those singles? Because it's only on the session itself, or you can go, for example, on the 13th, that you have a lot of singles to be recovered, still recovered.
Yeah, so singles are going to be there until they get recovered, basically, right? So if we go back, right, so we have these singles down to here, and the reason that there's still single prints down to this 37749 is because they haven't been touched since. So after we broke above this 38680, we have not been back below this level. So we had this huge liquidation on this way up, right? And I think there's some more single prints down here. Yeah, they're still right here. So we still have some more single prints to the downside as well. So we had these huge liquidation moves up because there was this, a huge short position, and the shorts got liquidated as we moved up, and so they're still going to be there. So people are still in the trade from here, right? And this is where they take profit as we go, and then once we get down into these single prints, that's where they'll draw the line to be like, okay, you know what, I'm happy with the trade, and this is where I'm going to close. And you'll start seeing all this thing. And the thing that causes these liquidations is that people start racing out of the trade. And so, if I'm smacking the bid to get out of the trade, but the bid's not available, then I have to move price. And then what's happening, all of us are trying to get out of our trade as fast as possible. And that's what causes these huge liquidation moves. So basically, if we're at a farmer's market and you're selling nectarines for $1 and I start selling nectarines for 99 cents, well, people are going to come to me. Well, then you're going to lower to 98 cents, right? Exactly, like back and forth.
Like
and that's
highway.
Exactly. And that's what's causing that. That's exactly what's causing these liquidations.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you for asking. Yeah, no problem. We'll take 2 more questions. 2 more, just because we're already a little bit over schedule, but we'll take 2 more questions. So,
hey, Brad, what is the yellow line that appears on the left? Like it seems like it's a developing. Actually, here's a compound question. There's like this sort of orangey line. Are you? Yeah, that thing. Yeah. And then also, can you tell the difference between the POC and then the DPOC and there's like, I guess it's developing point of control. Are we seeing that now in this chart?
So this is this line is a naked point of control. So this was the TPOC, so the basically the time point of control from back at this session here, and so it was extending this entire way until we came down into it, and so that's what these yellow lines are. They're time point of controls. So this, let me make sure. I'm pretty sure that's what they are because that's how I have it set up. Let's see. Where is it? I don't know where it is that I set it up. But yeah, when I set it up, so I set it up so it shows the naked point of controls. And then so this, like the top one is showing that prior day value area high, and then this dotted line up here, if you can kind of see it if we zoom in, is showing like our actual value area high. The DPOC is the delta point of control. This is this right here, this PDVAL, if I get rid of this line, is our prior day value area low. So you can see our prior day value area high, prior day value area low. We're out of yesterday's range, so we're out of yesterday's value, right? So we're kind of like in this exploring area. And then the on the chart itself, so this is our TPOC right here, our time point of control. And this is, I'm pretty sure this is showing us our this is the volume point of control here. But the volume point of control and the delta point of control typically are the same, right? Because of delta is comprised of volume. And so we see that there's a difference between time and volume. And so there's more volume getting done underneath of the time point of control, which lets you know that there's a little bit more action down here. Whether or not they're going to keep pushing it down or if they're going to bring it back up to be even. I honestly don't know. But TPO settings, profile, flip side. I'm not sure what that means. Does that answer the question?
Yeah, man, very helpful.
I'll look to try to find out how I put these, because I set up this ExoCharts days ago. I'm trying to figure out. I'm pretty sure that these are prior points of control.
What would be interesting is to have like automated, like kind of like if the lines that where you make your stops, where you see your stops, somehow if that could be automated.
Yeah, that would be nice. Like if it just like added us a little bit of area on
Exactly.
like an extension. So there's a way, well, not with this, but there's other things out there that will put that will mark like the lows of any bars or any session bars that are like untested, right? So like let's say if we scrolled back, please zoom out so it doesn't take forever. So if we scrolled back and so it actually shows this line right here. So this is going to be this is that untested like naked POC right here. But it would be nice if it showed them on all of them. That way I don't have to come back here and draw these lines.
And how do you sorry to jump ahead, but how do you, when you see the stop, so you've got three, look at where you are right now, right? So you got the green, the red, the L, K, and J going back. So how do you know, is L a stop and K a stop and J a stop, or do you just take each one of those as a stop?
Yeah, so basically what's happening here is as J's coming down, people are buying, right? K came down, but didn't really run. I mean, we got a couple ticks below, but didn't really run the stops of J, right? And so people are buying here, and then people are buying here. And so their stops, they were right here, right? Which is why we had this nice liquidation down. But yeah, so there's stops all right here. So there's people are, it just depends on where they built their position, right? So there's stops. It looked like B, I don't know. I mean, it'd be close. I don't think B really ran the stops of A, so there's probably some good liquidity up here. But basically, what's happening is, it tried to run the stops, couldn't, and then we started trading down. And so there's stops here, there's stops here, there's stops here. And so if we trade up, we'll run some stops right here, probably fill these single prints, which will let us know there's some buyers in this market, at least in this US cash session, right? And then once we get up here, stops here, and then up stops of M, if we run the stops of M, we can probably fill these single prints. And then, our attack will be, that VWAP. Or VWAP, as the kids call it.
VWAP.
Right.
And we have one more question. Whoever wants to go for the last question. And, we'll start to wrap things up. So final question, the final ticket. Anybody?
Hey, guys.
Hey, man.
Hey, guys. It's Crypto Dick.
What's up?
Okay. Hey, yeah, just wanted to chime in, say thank you so much. The content on here is absolutely phenomenal. I love the community, it is just amazing. One of the things that I get the most out of when we do the live streams is actually the live action on the chart and kind of looking at it and see, because that way I can really apply through you, because I'm still getting used to it, how the TPO is read and what to look for. I really enjoy that. And I you might have seen at the end of the comments, I got a little bit frustrated because we were dropping and I could tell that Bitcoin Brad was trying to get a word in to help us to see this, what's happening, developing, and it you just kept going on. Some 3 a.m. I think just kept going on about the class, which is that's fine, but
so that's why we have a live trading room eventually, because we can't do that kind of stuff on the stream and whatnot because it's just too difficult. But yeah, no, I'm sorry, I talk too much crypto digs.
No, my main point is I really appreciate you going through this live as it's happening so that we can kind of get a feel for, there's the technical, this is how it works, but then there's the application of it, in live action. It really helps to kind of make it concrete. So I just appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, thank you so.
Please join us in the live trade room when we get there too, okay? Because that's where you're gonna see it. You're gonna see the theory be applied to everyday trading as well, okay?
But we're not, not all of us are going to be able to get in the live trading room right off the bat because we got to get through the boot camp.
Don't forget, man. The market's always going to be there, okay? We're not
right.
No rush, right? No rush.
Yeah, Yeah, for sure. We definitely take everything you guys into consideration. So like Crypto Digs, like, you know, thank you so much for bringing that up, because I write down everything you guys say and I take it into account to improve every stream that goes on. So with the live trade room and stuff like that, you know, we're gonna have all that information there. But we also, you know, we want to show you guys, you know, how things are going to play out, and we want to show you guys on the live streams too. So that's why we're starting to do this. That way you guys can ask questions, and you know, when Bitcoin Brad sees something going on, he can bring it up. And it's like you said, not everyone's going to be there. So for the meantime, until we can, you know, get to that point where everyone's there, we'll be doing like occasional you know, streams like this where you can ask questions, or Bitcoin Brad can point out what the market is doing, because it's different seeing it happen than teaching it and then it, you know, being a result based off of what analysis we did. So like, you know, like kind of like on the spot. So definitely 100% down behind that.
Hey, real quick, let's let Progressive Martian ask a question. He says he just got his headset working.
Okay.
He's always donating too. So Progressive Man, if you're listening, still go ahead and ask the question, man.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Loud and clear.
Hey, how's it going? Hey, so I feel like an idiot. I'm on with this EXO chart here, and I cannot see where to buy it at. It, you know, when you do exochart.com, it comes up with the EXO chart, but where do you actually like
Go
purchase
to
it
the
at?
top left where it says profile. I think that's where you're gonna go to buy.
Oh, profile. All right, all
Yeah,
right.
it's developed over in Eastern Europe somewhere. Like, so they did a great job, but I think just everything is all over the place. So, but yeah, top left I think is profile, and you have to make an account
right.
and buy, and then you'll be good to go.
And then you're saying you're buying it in euros? Are you?
Yeah, that's like I said, they're based in Europe, so it's 28 euros a month.
Oh, I
so
got you.
30 some dollars a month. So
Okay.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
I'm
but
buying.
hit profile,
Am I
that's where
buying
you buy
the?
it.
Yeah, I hit the profile. So am I buying the pro? The desktop pro? Is that what?
No, they only have the premium available. The pro says still to be announced, so it's just the premium. It's the only
Oh,
one they have
okay.
available for purchase.
All right, cool.
And you're my friend too from
All right,
Best
I
Junk,
figured out
right?
from here. Yeah, man.
Yeah, right on, man. Like I said, I
Yeah,
used
out
to live
here
on Brown and
in
Ellsworth,
AJ.
and you know, so pretty close, man. I see the Superstition Mountains all the time
Man,
out there, so good to have some more.
yeah, I live right
on
under.
the Discord.
Yeah, I live right in the mountains, but I'm actually heading to Argentina as the plan. So road
Oh,
trip,
okay. Let me know,
19,000
man.
mile
I'll
road
meet
trip.
you
So
down there. Oh, you're
yeah, well,
you're
we're
gonna
gonna
drive
be
down
trading.
there. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna drive down there. Yeah, it's gonna be a crazy trip, like 15 different countries.
Right
So it should
on.
be fun.
Damn.
I was actually
Yeah.
looking at it. I saw someone talk about that. And I was like, "Can you?" And they said, "Yeah, you just kind of pitch your, you know, your car into, you know, a shipping container, you know, because there's like swamp you can't drive through, I guess, and then you get your car
Yeah,
in
I saw that
Colombia."
too. It was the guy with he had a Forerunner or
Station wagon.
something.
I don't know. This was an old post. It was made from years ago. I just Googled it because to see if you could, you know, you could drive across. And they said like there's this
Yeah, 'cause I
big
think.
swamp you can't go through. And it's, you know, you get stuck or something. So, you know, if you make the trip,
Oh,
let
I
me know.
don't.
I'm very, very interested because I was actually thinking
Oh
of
yeah,
doing
I'm doing
the
it.
same thing.
We're doing it for sure. We got to get across the Panama Canal. I think that's where you have to do some shipping
Ship.
container there too. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be cool.
Awesome.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to. I'll be hanging with you guys I'll be hanging with you guys the whole way, learning this EXO chart and waiting for the boot camp. So
Right
I'm
on.
excited.
Well, be
Hell
safe
yeah.
while you're traveling too. Okay.
All right, man. Appreciate you guys.
No
No,
problem.
appreciate
See you guys
Thank
tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, later.
Bye.
So guys, we're gonna wrap up, right? We're gonna wrap everything up. Before you guys leave, if you guys could please like the video if you haven't yet, it really helps out a lot more than you guys think it does. Your guys' one like all together, which equals out to right now 134 likes, it really gets us out there. Like I'll tell you guys right now, the on the analytics, I think it is like our total overall, right? We're popping up on people's feeds, right? The amount of times we popped up on people's feeds yesterday, when I looked at it, was 358,000. So we have that many people seeing the video, at least whether they click on it or not, that's on them. But the likes help us get there, and now they have the option. People can't say, "Oh, I'm getting wrecked in the crypto market, this and that," you know, using this indicator, blah blah blah, right? Like we want the community to allow us to. We want you guys to validate what we're doing. If you know, being real, right? If you don't like it and you think it is complete garbage, say something. You know, say something. We can go through it together. You can tell us what you saw, you know, bad with what we're teaching, and we can get better. But if you liked it and you genuinely enjoyed it, tell us what you liked, and consider hitting the like, commenting. I really am trying to reply back to every comment, guys. So if you guys could just drop down to the comments, I mean, put something like fire emoji, or, you know, ask a legitimate question, just something, right? It really helps out a lot more. We're trying to really kind of like destroy the algorithm, and we're pushing it to the limits. So if you guys could really help us out with those things, that'd be awesome. So we can start, you know, getting the ball rolling. We already did. Things are in motion. Once the boot camp kicks off, things are going to get rolling super hard. And we just want to continue pumping out content to you guys and value that you guys can use. So again, thank you guys so much. Check out the Instagram. There is a QR code on the YouTube video. I'm gonna start using these a little bit more often for like people who are using the mobile platforms and stuff. But you know, before we go anywhere, Bitcoin Brad, 3AM, is there anything you guys want to say to the people here in the Discord, to the chat, to the live stream?
You know, just thank you guys for always being here, and just keep coming to class, you guys. Like, you're gonna learn a lot here on YouTube, but you're gonna learn even more in the classes, okay? And you know, appreciate all the support, appreciate all the love, and you know, we love spending time with you guys. Thank you.
And then I changed the Twitter handle to Bitcoin Brad TTV. That way, it's just easier to find, so everyone's not confused.
Yeah, buddy.
And then the famous words of a send off, right? Make sure that you guys are managing risk and sticking to your trade plan.
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir.
And so, you know, guys, we are super honored to have you. We love the community. You know, we only, you know, built the foundation, and you guys did the rest. That's it. You know, we just opened the door. You guys came in, you guys are participating, and that's what we want. We want participation. We want you guys to give us feedback. We're not just here, you know, it's like 3M says, right? 3M got so many sayings, man, I can quote him, right? We're here for the long haul. We're here for the long haul. We're not here to be in and out. We're here to grow. We want this community to legitimately grow into something that none of us could have ever seen before, and it's because of you guys. And we want to make sure that we are satisfying you guys as far as quality, legitimate education. We want to give you guys that, because the rest will come with time. If you guys are very well educated and you guys know what you're doing, the rest will come. We won't even worry about the future, because it will build itself as we continue teaching you guys these methods, and then you guys can teach everyone else, and we can teach them as well. And when they get to the course, and it just becomes a self-fulfilling cycle. So I'm gonna leave it off at that, guys. You guys have been great. You guys have been awesome. Okay, I'm not gonna take up any more of your time. You guys enjoy your day. Be safe trading, and like Bitcoin Brad says, you know, manage your risk, stick to your trade plan. Thank you guys so much. You guys have a good rest of your day.
Cheers. Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
guys.
guys.
Thanks, guys. You guys take it easy.
Thank you.
To the top, just so
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Yeah, we're heading up. We're heading up.
So make sure you don't try to get long until the break of C, though.
Break a C.